Start streaming. And I gotta mute that. I hate that new, I don't know why they got rid of the volume thing. And we're live again, maybe. I think we are. Yeah. Yes.
Yep, it says we're live.
It says we're live. So I'm gonna actually tweet this out one more time. And hello, people in the chat. Just give us a minute here. We're always fashionably late. You know how that goes. Got to be fashionably late. I'm gonna put it on the Twitter one more time and put it on the community tab. If I had Twitter up, I thought I had Twitter up. Hold on a sec. Do I have Twitter up? I'll find out in a minute. There we go. Well, I'll put it up if it ain't.
It's all.
It's all good. It's all good. Say something 70-ish to the people in the chat. Oh, we're gonna add. Hey, there's someone I'm gonna add to this room that might actually join us, which would be a surprise, actually.
I think I know who it is.
Aha! It sounds like they might actually. Hold on. Let me add them. Let me add them. Just a minute here. Okay, hold on a sec here. Sorry, people in the chat. Give us a minute. We're just a little behind.
Boy Princess says, "Yay, Wacky!" Joel Southgate's in there. Bud's in there. Yasmin's World's in there. Crazy Gamer. Cuddly Kathy Vlogs. Jenny Marseth. My Old Ladies Cooking Show. Becky Loves Japan and Pancake. No Nightlock Cares is in there.
Joe Southgate. We see Nature's Dark Prime. Hi, Jenny.
Yeah, this will be interesting.
Alicia Parrish, beautiful. How are you?
Hello, Alyssa. I always say Alyssa, but you say Elisa.
Or Alyssa.
No, what? Maybe I got it wrong. Crap.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Wow.
Alyssa.
I hope I didn't get. I don't know. We love you either way.
Break out the cookies. Michelle Jericho. Gina Bizarro's Ghost.
Michelle says I can't hear them both.
Yep. Give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I gotta change. Try it now. I had to crank up the desktop audio.
Can you hear us now, Michelle?
Yep, we're working on it.
Cranking up the desktop audio.
You probably can hear Ghost.
Oh, looky.
Hi, Dream Walking Angel.
Hello.
Girl.
Juliet Miranda and her husband
Well,
Dave, the
hello,
producer,
y'all.
without his glasses on.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Look who it is.
Check it out.
Woohoo!
Wow. I'm
Sunglasses. Give him a minute.
I'm unprepared. Wow. This was a spur of the moment live stream.
We are all over this.
Heck yeah.
It was Lulu's idea. Great idea, Lulu. We were gonna do a comedy live stream, and I was like, "What do you think of a topic?" And started talking. Hey, Lulu, it's on you, in a good way. I figured you guys might, talking about the 70s and 80s, right?
Oh my gosh, I've been listening to Faces for the past 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I am just all over Rod Stewart in the 70s. Just
Oh,
so sexy, so all over the songs. I mean, just the coolest musician.
Look, you don't have to tell me. Before we went live, I was sitting here watching Green Day Wacky, spinning around in circles in front of his green screen, singing "Dancing Queen." So,
oh my goodness. Wow.
I have no doubt.
Wow.
That hat must have the little twizzly things must
Yeah,
spin around real nice
Yeah,
too.
and you need a strobe.
Yeah, my cameras are all off. My face is all red, and the camera. Screw it. Who cares? Welcome to the live stream tonight, by the way, guys. Hey, everyone in the chat, we've got some great people up on the panel here. We thought it'd be fun to talk about the 70s and the 80s. and just kind of remember the good old times. And we've got Ghost Mafia. We've got, yeah. We've got Juliet Miranda and David, the producer, a.k.a. the producer guy, if Cab 7, is here. We've got Lulu, love you.
Nice.
Yay!
And we've got me.
And of course,
yes.
and not to forget Mr. Green Bay Wacky.
Yes, all hail.
So let's just do a quick, let's see, how many people are up in the chat here? 23, good, for Friday night. What do you expect? There's everyone's live streaming.
Early. You know what? Let me do a little bit of twittering, and I will see what I can do here.
Yeah,
Hold
and
on.
I'm going to tell everyone else to tweet it out. Here we go.
It's
Loud and
a
proud.
social media break. Go tweet out this stream on your Twitter. Put it on Facebook.
Derek Ferguson
Put it
in the
on
house?
Google Plus. Put it on the side of an airplane. Put it on the side of a building. Put it on the side of a barn. I don't care where
I
you
don't
put
think
it.
he remembers.
Just let the world know Green Bay Wacky is live.
Oh, wow, this is interesting.
Right. Oh, give it time.
Oh, we'll
So
get
who
some
in
people
the
in here.
Chat. Who in the chat remembers the 70s?
Oh, Mother Nature's out in the chat.
Yeah.
Hey.
She's in the room. Well, you're in. You can come up here if you want, Mother Nature. You ever met Mother Nature?
Nature isn't old enough to remember the 70s, is she?
I
So
am-
what? 80s.
Mother Nature?
So, Mother Nature.
Ah.
Well, I mean, let me just say hi to everyone just real quick, and then we'll just jump right into it. Let's just do a roll call here. We've got, let's find out. Oh, my goodness, I can't scroll back. Oh, it's too live. Okay, I'll have to go from the back up. Dream Walking Angel, JD Mars says, no night by cares. A Cowboy's Princess, just in time, prepping. We've got Gina Bizarro's Ghost. Eileen Valou the Fam, followed by Shoe Knight's Official Classic Uploads. We've got Weebob, Mother Nature. Hola. We've got Jenny Marseth. We've got My Old Lady's Cooking Show. We've got Lulu Love You. She's up on the panel. What's wrong with another shout out? We've got Bud. We've got Nero Trigger, Michelle Varico. We've got Christina 2018. Becky Loves Japan. Jasmine's World. Holy crap. Green State Recycling. Man. Dream Walking Angel. Hello, Alicia. Let's see here. I'm just going up the chat. Just trying to see Alyssa Parrish Rock Fam. No Night Bot Cares. Psycho Ghost Trackers is in here. We rated him earlier. And N8 Germ. Cuddly Kathy Vlogs. Crimson Jet. OTV. And that's freaking enough, man. Let's just get it going, man. Go ahead, Lulu. Ask your questions.
I totally forgot.
Oh, shit!
You know, Green Bay, I have to say, I'm sitting here and I just put that 55-inch monitor in that I was showing you earlier. And up here in the corner of the room is a television set. I've got the TV muted, so it, no copyright strikes. But we got Baby in a corner over here. Lady Swan sitting over here next to me watching Dirty Dancing on the TV.
Oh my goodness!
Nice.
Nobody
There's
puts
your-
baby in a corner.
There's your 80s reference.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, that was the best movie. I had a poster of Patrick Swayze hanging over my bed. Just the perfect movie in every respect.
I had Farrah Fawcett pinned up.
Yeah.
Well, and I had the Dukes of Hazzard too.
I had Farrah Fawcett pinned down.
Oh,
That's a different thing.
That's a whole different story.
What did you have, Lulu? What did you have pinned up?
The Dukes of Hazzard, for
Yes,
Nice.
yes. Oh,
sure. Yeah,
Daisy
the
Duke.
boys. The
Oh.
Duke
Daisy
boys.
Duke was
Oof.
something special.
I had the very same poster that they had on Wayne's World of the Claudia Schiffer guest jeans poster.
Oh, sure. I remember that.
You're gonna laugh your ass off when I tagged this live stream. I was putting the Love Boat, Fantasy Island, and all that. I put the Dukes of Hazzard in there.
Nice.
Who doesn't love the Dukes of Hazzard? I mean, it was the perfect show. I mean,
Yeah.
General Lee, you've got action, you've got great music.
All right, let's
Yeah.
sing it. Let's sing it. Just some good,
Just
old,
good old
boys.
boys.
Never mean
Never
it no
meaning no
harm.
harm.
Been y'all you ever saw, been in trouble,
Trouble with the law since the day they was born.
Yeah. Yes. A lot of people
Mm.
saying hi to everybody here. Juliet Miranda, Ghost, everyone. Yes.
Y'all, Hey.
Post has cookies baking in the background.
I know. What's with that?
Yeah, seriously, you're
It's
making
hot
me
in here,
hungry.
man. I'm hot. I'm blowing up. I'm baking cookies behind me.
Oh,
I need
my
something
goodness.
sweet.
This is out of my element, this stream. This is different. I mean, I've never done this before. Thank you, Lulu. Kudos.
Yeah, you've never done a themed one before, at least that I've seen.
Yeah.
Not like this. Normally, it's like someone's pissed off at someone. You know, let's vent.
Yeah, yeah. Here's the theme.
Oh my goodness.
No, that's awesome.
Seen that.
Okay, now I have to ask.
Do it.
Everyone's favorite concert from the 80s. We're all people that have lived in the 80s.
Easy.
Okay.
Journey. That was the first concert I went to. It was sold out in
Nice.
Minneapolis. My friend stayed in line for a day to get me tickets for my birthday. They sold out like right away, and they extended it 2 shows for the whole weekend. So
Awesome.
Nice.
that's easy.
Nice.
Okay.
From the 80s.
Lulu?
Mine was Def Leppard.
Oh
Def
yeah.
Leppard.
Oh,
Good.
can't go wrong with Def
I-
Leppard.
Good.
I won the tickets through Molson Canadian.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. That was a wicked concert. Wow.
Dreamwalk Angel loved Donny Osmond. I'm a little bit country.
I'm a little bit rock and roll.
It's kind of backwards, but wow.
Hey, Ghost?
Lady Swan's over here beside me saying New Kids on the Block.
What?
Hey, you know what?
That's 90s. That's 90s.
That
I
is
hate to
90s.
break it to
Come
y'all, but that's
on.
90s.
It was like 89.
Oh,
89. Yeah.
oh.
Yeah,
Was it
'cause
You might be
89?
right. Yeah.
Yeah, 89.
Wow.
You know what? I mean, I can't knock them for what they did because, I mean, they were filling stadiums for almost a good 10
Oh,
years.
Did
Boy
you-
bands
I
have
have
a rich history.
I have to admit, I took a girlfriend to a New Kids on the Block concert.
Oh my goodness.
Paid off in
Well,
the end,
The-
but
I was going to say, yes, but the
Oh.
real question is, did you get something out of it?
Oh yeah, we know where that's going. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. We're getting a Herman the Great raid, by the way. I just noticed. Thank
Oh,
you,
nice.
Herman.
Woo! Herman the Great.
Herman the,
Always awesome guy.
Do you
I have
know?
to say my favorite concert myself from the 80s.
Yes.
Had to be either Aerosmith or Poison. Although I did see Skid Row and Bon Jovi in Petoskey, Michigan
Yeah,
for
for
the
me,
Brotherhood tour, but that was probably 90, 91, somewhere in there.
yeah, for me it would be Bon Jovi. I saw them with the Slippery When Wet tour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who is
You
that?
saw them, it was in a rainstorm, right?
I did. I actually like you, Lulu. I won tickets off a radio station, and I had second row seats at Alpine Valley, Wisconsin, and in the
Ooh,
the
Wisconsin.
finale. Yeah, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
During the finale of the song, there was this huge storm, just a massive microburst right over the amphitheater. And they're playing Living on a Prayer. And if you know the song, it's just like this like big booming, 80s chorus rock song. And like if you picture just like winds and just like tornado going through the background, and they're like, oh, living on a prayer. And I'm in the middle of all this, just like blown away, thinking music is the best thing ever. It was a cool experience. So
Yeah.
We're-
that was my thing.
We still got this raid going on. Boomer Rock's in here. James Cox is in here. James, hello.
Hey.
Hey,
Yeah, and Nero Trigger, by the way, Herman the Great is saying Herman Raid over and over. Thank you, Herman. Just wanted to thank
Nice.
you. We're gonna here. I'll lift an empty coffee cup to you, Herman.
are you wearing a tie?
Hell yeah!
You are.
Nice.
Look at you. I like it.
I'm a
I like it.
trendsetter.
Wait, we got to back up a little bit, Green Bay. We got to see this tie.
Oh, yeah. It's crooked.
Oh no, see that's a regular tie. Now in the 80s, you had to have the leather,
The thin.
like
Yeah.
No,
thin
it was-
leather tie with the sport jacket. The whole Alex P. Keaton look.
But 70's, it was wide. My dad used to have them. They were like freaking. By the time they got to your waist, they were like out.
Oh,
it,
yes.
it looked like a sweater by
Yeah.
the time it got your way.
And the
Yeah.
polyester jacket to match.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to work at Domino's Pizza back in the 80s, and we had to wear polyester shirts. That's what they had at first. I even, check this out, man. I'm styling. You can't see it. I got a tie clip, man.
A tie clip.
Whoa.
Wow, you went all out.
Wow, did you go through the time machine to get one of those?
No, but here's the thing. You're not gonna believe this.
Yeah.
Is it- Yo, yeah!
Hey!
Yay!
Listen,
All
I
right,
got a
all
memory.
right, Wacky, you inspired me. Hold on.
And the tie clip is 30 years old, by the way. I think it's from the 80s. It's sentimental to me.
I have a memory from the 1970s.
Oh, shit.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh no!
Is this an age-restricted stream?
Yeah,
I'm just checking up front.
what's going on?
That's not age restricted, but we can cross some boundaries.
It's when I became a man. Okay.
Oh man,
We're all gonna become of age tonight.
That's right. That's right.
There you go. I put
You
my
know,
tie. It's
I
camouflage.
watched
You can't see it.
the Brady Bunch, and it was the Brady Bunch that went on a tour called the Slippery When Moist Tour.
oh my goodness.
That's when
Wow.
I became a man.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Cab 7 in the house, by the way, guys.
That would be me. That would be me.
Yeah, and I'm trying to type to the chat a little. There's so many great people. Being Out Outdoors is here. B&O Outdoors, and Melissa Moran's here, and the Music Gang Video Games is here. Kimber Kiss is here. Yeah, lots of you here.
I just want to say hi to the panel of Ghost Mafia, of looks like Lulu Love You. We got Juliet Miranda and Green Bay Wacky. I appreciate it.
Hello,
Oh,
Chapter 7. It's nice to
Sorry,
see
I
you.
mean
Well,
the producer man as well. Thank you.
And the producer man, he didn't recognize you without your
I love
sunglasses.
that. Yeah.
How'd you like that shout out today for your channel, David, the producer?
Oh, you crack me up. Oh, well, he shouted me out. He goes, "No videos, nothing to offer. Go see this man to give you nothing. White space, nothing but white space."
I'm sorry.
It was the best. It's funny.
I like it.
Well, I had his channel up on the screen. I'm like, if you want a channel that has absolutely nothing, white screens, no videos, no discussions, no about page, this is the channel for you, David, the producer.
That's me.
Yeah. But then I put your channel up afterwards.
Hey, you know what? I have nothing to offer but support.
Hey,
There you
you
go.
make content. You make the content.
Well, I make your content.
You make my content.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I have no talent.
Listen, after this live stream, if you two need some therapy or counseling, you can just come to me.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Cab. You got to get in on this. You got here late. What was your favorite concert from, was it the 80s?
1980s.
We're just kicking it off. Favorite concert of the 80s?
I've never been to a concert.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh, that stung.
Yeah, Dave, I'm sorry. Actually,
Awkward.
no, I take it back. I never went to a concert until I think it was 1993, 94, and that was Little Texas. And Little Texas, and I forgot the other singing group at that time. It was two country western.
Just tell us about a campfire you were at in the 80s where everyone sang around the campfire. That'll qualify.
That would have been at a Girl Scout camp, and I'm not going to talk about that.
Ooh.
I got my first brownie badge.
Oh.
Oh,
Was it
I
moist?
bet you did.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Did that night end up with, "Hey, officer, the cuffs are too tight"?
Well, actually, I don't know how the hell they ended up getting into the United States, but the RCMP arrested my ass.
Wow. Someone threw out Country Girl Paranormal 3 Dog Night.
3 Dog Night is the greatest act ever. Chuck Negron is my hero.
See, she
I
knows their
love him.
names. She knows their names.
Yeah.
I don't fucking
She had him on the
I
show.
had Chuck Negron on my podcast,
Yeah.
and he is the coolest man ever. So open, so nice, and just the best singer ever. I mean,
Well, and he kicked heroin. I mean, he was in a
did.
really bad,
yeah, the man is a survivor.
the survivor.
Wow.
Yeah.
What rock star didn't survive heroin?
Well,
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, I mean he's a cool guy. And seriously, old fashioned love song. I mean, is there a better 70s song ever?
Just
Really?
an old-fashioned love song playing on the radio. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good song.
What do you think, Lulu? 3 Dog Night?
Yep. I remember in my younger years, I remember Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hate the boss, but that's okay.
You know, it's so funny.
I'm sorry.
It's a love or hate kind of thing.
Junior high school kind of thing. And all the girls, I mean, you know, he was kind of cute to us back then, right?
Yeah.
So that brings
He's
back...
an acquired taste like beer. I'm sorry. If he ever comes to my show, I'll tell him I love his music.
You know what? I have to admit, I'm not a huge fan either. I love Born to Run.
Yeah, it's
but
pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not now. I'm not a fan at all. But back then, him in Chicago.
Chicago.
Oh, Chicago. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Saturday in the Park.
Yeah,
That's
I
a good
listen
song.
to them all the time.
Oh, my old ladies cooking show. I used to love David Gates and Bread. Yes, I love them. The Guitar Man, all that stuff. And a lot of people throwing out like Joe Fundy, Michael Jackson. All right, sorry.
Yeah.
I love Michael. I'm sorry.
Well, it's the whole
You
Motown
cannot-
to
yeah,
Michael is a very
exactly.
cool transition.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Air Supply. That was probably my favorite, and the Carpenters.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without Cab 7.
Well, I know you're a big Jay Ferguson fan.
Jay Ferguson, 1970s. No
Wait a
one
minute.
even knows who he is.
Wait. Is that? No, wait. No, that's not the guitar solo, Baker Street. That's
Thunder Island.
Thunder Island.
Wait a minute, but did he do Baker Street? Jay Ferguson?
That's another name that's close to that.
Nah.
Yeah, I can't remember.
All right, Thunder Island. Do 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 do
That's
do.
the one.
I love that song.
Everybody does.
I'm a sucker for it.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I was more into like Blue Oyster Cult, REO Speedwagon, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, REO
Journey.
Speedwagon.
Journey was the shit back in the
Yeah.
80s.
Oh,
Like, Stoned
power.
in Love was a summertime theme song everywhere.
That was a great song.
Oh, Jenny Marceth, the Carpenters. Get Ben going on the Carpenters.
Oh, yeah. Well, John Denver, I love that. You all know that's my favorite artist of all time. And then, of course, I love the Bee Gees.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
you.
Bee Gees
yes,
were awesome.
Bee Gees
I
were
mean,
the best.
you couldn't escape the Bee Gees in the 70s.
That's
And-
right.
Do you know that some radio stations had BG free weekends? They
Because it got so crazy.
Oh.
after Saturday Night Fever, they were the you know,
Yeah.
and people couldn't take it anymore. If I hear Night Fever, Staying Alive one more time, my head's gonna freaking explode.
They were such great songwriters, though. I mean, if you look at what they did for Dolly Parton with "Islands in the Stream,"
Yeah.
The Bee Gees.
great
They,
song.
yeah, well,
They
Barry
wrote it?
Gibb. Barry Gibb wrote a ton of songs
Yeah.
for Barbra Streisand, for Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton, for a whole bunch of the like 80s artists. Barry Gibb wrote a lot of those
Yeah.
songs, a lot of the hits.
Oh,
Cher.
Gina Bizarro's Ghosts. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Yes, I remember that.
Oh, great song.
Yeah.
I can see clear. Who was that
Now
again?
the rain is gone.
Who wrote that again?
Let's see. Gina Bizarro's Ghosts. Oh, she's just got the words, not the.
Kimber Kiss said Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Huge Guns
The
N' Roses
80s.
fan.
Yeah. I mean, they changed. They killed metal. And-
No,
and I thank
no,
them for that.
Nirvana killed metal. Guns
Yeah,
N'
they were-
Roses
they were the interim.
legitimized metal.
They
Oh.
were the interim piece between the hair metal bands. Then you had Guns N' Roses. Then you had Nirvana.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nirvana really.
Stealing
But-
Dan.
I wouldn't put them in a metal group.
No, they're
category.
rock.
Like a hard rock, but not
Yeah.
Metallica hard. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, so what about Motley Crue? How do we define that?
They're metal.
They're metal?
Oh yeah,
And I feel good. And Dr. Feel Good.
they're totally metal.
I got locked on a tour bus with Tommy Lee.
Oh, no. I don't
Oh,
want to
good
know.
Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was interviewing him and the tour bus door actually like got stuck and it wouldn't open. And he grabbed a baseball bat and he started like beating on the door to try and get it open. He's like, well, fuck this. I guess we're going on to Milwaukee together.
My goodness. Wow.
Age restricted stream.
Oh, sorry. My apologies, y'all.
You can drop some F-bombs. You don't have to have age restricted.
There was my one for the night, and it was from Tommy Lee, not me.
I don't think I've ever seen Cab this quiet. I think he's singing Carpenters in his head. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down.
Hey, she was an amazing singer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I also liked Kenny Rogers. Loved Kenny Rogers.
Yes.
Oh yeah, big time. And I also liked Wiener Schnitzel.
Wow, wieners.
Just saying.
So my question is, what was the biggest controversy out of music in the 70s? Was it the fact that Carly Simon never did tell who she wrote the song "You're So Vain" over? Or
That's a good one.
I can tell you a few that I know of after you guys talk, but I just got to ask Lulu something. Lulu, are you are you a fan of Wiener Schnitzel?
I don't believe I am anymore. I used to be, maybe.
Is that a real band, or is he making it up?
I love their opening act, Gorgonzola. Awesome.
That's a tomato paste, isn't it?
Oh my goodness.
When I think of the 70s and music, there's always one thing that sticks out in my mind. And I was at my grandmother's, and you know how they had those big entertainment units that had your cassette tape and your record player, and then it's like in a big cabinet.
Console. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was dusting that one day, and I was standing right beside her, and she had the radio on, and all of a sudden she started crying. And this was in '77, and she heard that Elvis had passed away.
Oh, yeah.
So when I think of music, I'll never forget that day. It was just wow. So
Wow.
It was a year later that John Wayne passed away.
That's right.
True.
Oh yeah, he did The Shoot Us. That was his last movie.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I love John Wayne.
And you know what? There's all this controversy right now about John Wayne. Apparently, people have rediscovered the interview that he did with Playboy
in 1971.
In 1971, where he said some admittedly racist things, but
for the time, it was. I don't know.
I
just find it odd that people have to go back to a 1971 interview
and criticize someone who's dead.
But you know, it's really odd that I find that hard to believe, that interview, because he was married to a Hispanic woman or a Spanish woman.
He was.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, very, very odd. And you never know with interviews and what gets written and things, even back then. But I'll tell you, and going back to Lulu's comment that, kind of a song or an event that is moving with music, that the first song that I heard that actually made me cry as like a younger kid was in the 70s, where the first time that I heard Al Green, it literally brought me to tears. That's the first song that brought me to tears.
Which song?
How Can You Mend a Broken Heart? His version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So outside of music, though, what was the most memorable moment of like the 1970s that you can remember?
You want to hear about the Partridge Family? How David Cassidy got screwed?
I mean, in the 80s, for me, like in the 80s, it would have been like Halley's Comet, seeing Halley's Comet,
Yeah.
I think the shuttle was kind of a big thing.
I was going to say the Challenger.
Yeah. For me in the 80s was a big deal. And when Reagan got shot, that was kind of a big deal.
Oh yeah. And John Lennon. John Lennon. Yep.
Yep.
And the Detroit Tigers winning the World Series. I mean, who would have seen that?
Wasn't the space shuttle Discovery the 80s?
It was 80s.
Challenger. Yeah, because I remember they shut school. They all brought TVs into the classrooms and everything.
That
was because there was a civilian school teacher on board, Krista McCullough, and that was a big deal because everybody, just like in Back to the Future, every kid had a teacher they wanted to see go up on that space shuttle. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
The one thing that stood out for me from a news perspective in the 70s was the Iran hostages.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Carter kind of started that, I think, didn't it? And then transferred to Reagan.
It did.
Yeah.
I think a major event was the Watergate scandal.
Oh, yeah. I am not a crook.
Yeah.
Tricky Dick.
No, you're just paranoid.
Oh man, the Saturday Night Live skit with him, I can't even repeat it. But when he's Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi are doing Nixon and Henry Kissinger in the Oval Office, I can't say what he said. You'll have to go watch it on YouTube. But it was so. I'm sorry, they crossed some boundaries, man.
But you know, I'll tell you, Saturday Night Live in the 70s was the best.
Yeah.
I mean, just the best cast, the best comedy, the best writing, all of it.
It was groundbreaking.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, and even just thinking of that, Dan Aykroyd as Julia Child.
Oh my goodness, I've severed an artery. I think
I'll just trust the chicken, and he's bleeding everywhere. That was classic.
Squirting everywhere.
Yes.
Lulu, did you ever see Saturday Night Live in the 70s or no?
Not in the 70s, no.
No?
No.
Oh,
the Killer Bees and
Blues Brothers.
Yeah, Blues Brothers.
You know, the interesting thing about 70s and 80s TV, mostly 70s, a little bit in the 80s, but mostly in the 70s, that there were TV shows that ended up spawning musical groups. And I'll even go back to the 60s with even the Monkees. But you had the Monkees, the Partridge Family, you had the Franco family started off as a TV show. The Osmonds were actually a group beforehand.
Yeah.
But it went from TV show to like touring musicians. You just don't see that anymore.
You know, Peter Tork just died. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That makes me so sad. I'm such a huge Monkees fan. I love them with all my heart, and just it made me sad. It really did.
I see Ben's on another panel now.
I can remember my uncle told me that he was he actually got backstage passes to a Barbara Mandrell concert with the Mandrell sisters, and he was getting hit on by one of the sisters, not Barbara, but one of her sisters.
Close enough. It's a Mandrell.
Awesome. I love it.
Okay, I'm gonna get Lulu to jump in here. Lulu, tell us something about the 70s or 80s. Any freaking random thing. We want to hear your beautiful voice.
80s. I believe, 80s. They discovered the Titanic.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes.
80s.
Okay, I needed more. That was short. More of your beautiful voice. Come on, for the audience.
Oh, in the 80s. Let me see. I think it was the 1979. I got a Cabbage Patch doll.
Cabbage Kids.
I was so excited, and she had a little trademark stamp on her bum cheek.
That you got with them, yes, yeah.
Yeah, that was so cute.
Oh my goodness. The chat is going nuts with what they're saying. I apologize. We're talking so much about them. I'm seeing what you're saying. Sigmund and the Sea Monster. People are talking about all the old shows and music, and I'm reading this stuff, guys. We're kind of talking. So I'm sorry.
Pet Rocks and Mood Rings.
Garbage Pail Kids. Yes.
Bugaboos.
Oh my gosh, Garbage Pail Kids. I had the best collection.
And nobody doesn't love a good slee stack.
Oh my goodness, yes. I'm gonna do this for Shuggy Night. The Bugaboos. They're in the air and everywhere. The Bugaboos.
I had their lunchbox.
You had such a crush.
And I had a crush on the brunette one. I was devastated to know that she actually was married later on in my life. I'm like, I was going to totally hunt her down. And...
Okay, let's talk crushes. 70s and 80s crushes.
All right.
Oh, no.
Oh, come on. Tell all, Cab. Come on.
Mine, Buck Rogers, Gil Gerard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you know what? I gotta stick with you on that one. I gotta go Buck Rogers, but Aaron Gray.
yes! Oh, so much.
Aaron Gray.
Oh, such a hottie. Yes.
All right. Do you want to know who I kind of thought was really cute? Christy McNichol.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah.
Wasn't she the older sister from 80's Enough or something like that?
Yeah, she was in that. And
Oh,
sorry.
wow.
I wouldn't call it a crush, but she was like hot, you know. I
I
thought.
agree. Dave, I agree. I agree.
And then she did that movie Little Darlings, you know. I was like,
Yeah,
lost her virginity to Matt. What's his name?
Dylan?
Dylan, yes. Ooh. Okay, sorry. Wait a minute. Wait, who was your crush, Ben? You didn't tell us.
You're gonna laugh, but I thought she had the sexiest legs in Hollywood.
Eddie White.
No, actually, no. She was much older than me, but I would have loved to have licked her legs.
Oh,
And that was Carol Burnett.
yeah.
Ah.
All right.
Oh.
All right. One other sexy.
I would have guessed Vicki Lawrence, but okay.
How about Mary Tyler Moore? Woo!
She was
I didn't
nice.
find her sexy. I found her extremely just like one of those intelligent women that was just very empowered, but I didn't see her as sexy. I saw her as girl next door-ish kind of.
Wow.
Just 2 days summers. I could have a whole weekend with that one.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Did Lulu say? Did I miss her crush?
Lulu.
Yeah. Do you remember the movie or the TV show Chips?
Yes, of course.
Eric Estrada.
Oh, whoa!
Lulu likes the exotic men.
Oh. See, now that's funny. You're watching Eric Estrada, and I'm loving it when they're driving them bikes in the opening scene and they're shifting gears. I'm looking at the bikes, you know?
The bikes were hot too. Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, now everyone already knows about me, okay? And for those that don't know about me, don't go running away, okay? I'm a gay guy, but back in the 70s, the guy that really turned me on, I can't help it, was Sean Cassidy.
Oh,
Yes. Oh,
I just saw a big piece on him, and he's actually he's producing TV shows right now for network TV.
The Hardy Boys.
Yep.
Yeah, he was on Hardy Boys and all that.
Yeah.
He only has like, I went out and looked at his Twitter page yesterday. I think it was like 17,000 followers. I bet you still got a shot, Cap.
You may.
Hey, Betty White's still available.
Well, I would like to see both of them fight or woo me and see who would win.
Oh, yes.
You know, that's one of the shows that amazes me. You know, they've revamped all these old shows, everything from Dark Shadows to Chips to turn them into movies, everything else. Whatever happened to the Hardy Boys? We haven't got a reboot on those yet.
Dark Shadows, I was a huge fan. I never missed an episode. Barnabas, and actually the remake was really good, but it came out when there was it was like the war or something. Something was going on that ratings sucked.
I want to say hello to Megan's blog. Much love to you, girl.
Hey, Megan.
I can't do it.
Hey, Megan.
I can't do that, but hold on. I can do one of those.
I can do Staying Alive. Staying Alive.
I do
that. Thanks,
you
Betty.
know, there was a major event that, and it's only because it affected my dad that I remember it so well. And it was the end of the Vietnam War in 1973.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
a major event. Yeah.
See, I don't remember that. I was only like, 5 or 6 then.
Yeah. My mama, as a matter of fact, sat my sister and me down on the couch, and I remember as if it happened yesterday. And she said that your father may not be coming home.
Oh.
And to hear that, as a young kid, it's hard to understand that because Dad was always there, So when he came back from the war, it was a different kind of welcoming.
Yeah.
It wasn't like your traditional, oh, welcome home, Dad kind of thing. It was just a different kind of welcoming.
Yeah.
It was such an unpopular war. It was very hard for a lot of people. Matter of fact, when my dad, who did not go to war, he was actually drafted, but then found out that he had a medical condition that would keep him out. His best friend went to war. He came back from war. We were at our place. I was 3 years old. I was in the crib, but they had the crib in the living room for some reason with my dad and his best friend, and my mother was in the kitchen. My dad went to go help my mother in the kitchen, and he blew his brains out in the living room right in front.
Oh.
He couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle the transition. He couldn't handle the experience. Just happened.
I don't think we have the same respect for veterans then that we do now.
Yeah.
Did you say that was your dad?
No, my dad's best friend.
Your dad's best friend. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was only 3 years old. I don't remember any of it other than the commotion. I don't remember any of the event, but after, many, many people telling me throughout, the years, it was like, wow, that's just a bad time. I mean, there's a different respect for veterans now than there was then, right? At least I believe so. It was it was just hard. It was
You know what? Real quick, the timing is perfect. Hold on a sec here. I tried every show. Now we're talking about it. Here, guys, I'm going to put up my thing. I know you can't see it. Everyone in the chat, always remind you, support our veterans. Remember our veterans, POWs. You are not forgotten. And also remember our first responders, the police, the fire, the EMS. I thank Ghost Mafia for that, for reminding me that also. But never forget our veterans. And, I do that every show. Love the veterans. My dad was, I'm the son of a veteran. I'm not a veteran, but Cab 7 was. And, we know with...
I gotta say, I gotta say.
Just want to remind everyone of that.
Something about veterans. I was fortunate not to go to a war zone. I served stateside, but the thing that really sucks is when you see someone go off to war as one person, how we all recognize that young man or that young woman, and when they come back. Yeah, they're totally different.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, hey, 70's, 80's didn't have. It's wherever it goes. It's a live stream that goes from comedy to serious to wherever.
It just touches me a little bit more than the average, if you know what I mean.
I saw it with my dad, Ben. He was messed up from the war. I know what it does to people. He had nightmares. He'd wake up, like he was there.
Yeah.
Wow. People are doing super chats saying our veterans. Thank you, Patty Brazzard.
I know. I think it's great that we have such support now for our veterans that, we I think we're lacking in the 70s. It wasn't the same now. And
right.
Well, see, the older generation has to keep talking about it to the younger generation. I don't want to forget. And Mike, thank you too for that super chat, by the way. Yeah, it's a real thing,
the really strange thing is that people today forget we still have people in active duty right at this moment, and it's not even talked about.
Right.
You still have people in Afghanistan. You still have people in, parts of Syria. You still have, some stations in Iran, or Iraq. Sorry, not Iran.
Yeah.
But nobody ever talks about it.
Nope, that's right.
I was telling Dave the story about my backyard neighbor. Him and me can relate because he's also a veteran. He served 4 tours in Afghanistan and Iraq. And now he's only 32 years old. And his mom has to take care of him because he's so fucked up. And he has now one of those dogs that's supposed to help you out. I can't remember the name of the dogs that help you out. They're trained to help out disabled people.
Oh, Seeing Eye Dog or something?
No,
support dog.
Support dogs?
Support dog.
Yeah.
Service dog. Yeah.
So,
service dog.
Yeah, service dog. And so at the age of 32, normally you would be out on your own, probably married and have a house, and he'll never be able to do that.
Yeah, that's.
I didn't mean to bring it down. I'm sorry.
No, it's
Ben.
Yeah.
Why are you saying that? We wanted to talk.
No, it's just it's real.
It's an important subject to cover.
70's, 80's, whatever comes our way.
It's real.
Whatever, yes, whatever. Right, good memories, bad memories. It's all on the table, Ben. We love you, man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's real stuff.
Just remember, Cab, those who choose to ignore history are doomed to repeat it.
Yes.
Yep.
So putting it out there is a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, and it's so odd because there's other wars, such as like, I don't ever hear anyone talk about the Korean War.
Yeah, and by the way, Ben, people in the chat are saying they relate to you. They, you know, they know. They don't worry about it, man.
Yeah. People say the Korean War was more of an occupation, but it was kind of a war. You know.
Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of American lives.
On a lighter note, speaking of that war, when I was living on the Eastern Shore of Virginia, I had just moved in, and the man across the street was an old preacher, and he was like 75 years old. Well, anyhow, he took to me very quickly, and we became fast friends. But I remember that first day that I went over and talked to him, he took a look at me, and I was, at the time, let's see, this would have been 2005, so how many years ago was that? 2005 to now is what, 14 years?
14.
Okay, so 54 minus 14, I was 40 when I got my first house. So if you can imagine what a 40-year-old looks like, I go across the street, he introduces himself to me, and I introduced myself to him, and he said, "You served in Korea."
Oh, wow.
You were 40 at the time.
I was 40 at the time.
Wow.
By the way, we just got a super chat from WTF Mike Albrecht, and I want to read his. It says, "We are the land of the free because of the brave." Yeah. Yeah.
Cheers, Mike.
Yes.
Cheers. Yes.
Cheers, Mike. Absolutely.
And yeah. And Lulu, I know you can relate to the military stuff a little bit, you know?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little
Well,
bit.
a lot of my family were in the military. My aunt Peggy was a nurse, and all my grandfathers and great grandfathers, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
My daughter's in the Army. She's a nursing officer. So
Well, it seems like somebody, like I said, my dad was a vet. I'm the son of, it seems like everyone's connected to veterans in some way or another, you know?
Absolutely.
Of
To
course,
the
we all
armed
are.
services
Yeah.
of some sort, or, you know, like you mentioned before, just local, you know, policemen and, you know, firemen and, you know,
Absolutely.
first responders.
That was Ghost.
Everyone's taught, you know.
First
Everyone gets
responders,
cut.
I mean, it doesn't matter if there's a war going on or no war going on. If everybody's at home or everybody's overseas, fire departments run into burning buildings every day.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Police departments, the officers run into gunfire every day. You know, they're losing, you know, police officers. They're losing firefighters every day. And honestly, most of the rural countryside, those firefighters are volunteers. They do not
Yeah.
get paid for what they do.
and
They're
there's
doing
a
it of their
family
own free
behind
will.
each one, right?
That's right. That's
There's
right.
a family behind all these people.
That's
Yep.
right.
Thank you, Wicked Fabs. Thanking everyone for serving. Yes.
You know what? For all this talk that we're having on this, and I know that we really diverted from the original topic, but this is
we'll get
you know,
back
really
to that.
good. No. This is good though. It made me think that, you know, is there something that, you know, we could all do for a night to raise money for some sort of fund for someone in that area that needs it? Either the veterans or, you know, I don't know what the right fund is, but is there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We've done, I mean, me and Ben did one for a friend of ours in the community once that needed a hand up. I mean, we did a veteran stream before.
Yes. Yes.
We did do that. I don't know. I don't
We
know.
got to think about it. You know, we should talk to
Yeah.
Bob Levy.
Yeah. One of our friends who's a comedian that was on the Howard Stern show, Bob Levy, is a huge supporter of veterans, and we should talk to him to
Yeah,
see.
he's in
would
connection with
know.
a really good program that
Yeah.
supports wounded veterans. And
That
getting
would
them
be Wounded
support.
Warriors Project.
That's it.
That's it, Wounded
That's the
Warriors.
one.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Wounded
Yeah.
Warriors.
Do you know Bob?
Not personally.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I know
no,
of
Wounded
him,
Warriors.
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Juliet did a podcast for like 12 podcasts with Bob.
I did.
Yeah, Bob's he's a sweetheart, and he would be more than even happy to help out and come on.
Oh.
So,
Um,
yeah. So we'll think
I've
about
got to
that. Yeah.
say this about that.
Yeah.
There's controversy over that program.
Oh, is there?
Oh, there is. Big
Yeah,
time.
there is.
Oh, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I took the sticker off my back window because of the controversy.
I
so,
heard about some of
Oh.
that. Yeah, I heard about some of that.
Yeah.
Have you heard about the shoebox program for people who are stationed overseas right now?
I do the shoe boxes for our church, and they send them. I don't know if it goes to veterans.
What they do, like now, I know, like John Boy and Billy. Have you ever heard the John Boy and Billy show on the mornings, the morning radio shows, John Boy and Billy? Okay. They do at Christmas time where they collect shoe boxes, and you just put everyday items, bars of soap, shaving cream, razors, whatever. You put it in there, and they ship them overseas to our military who could use them over there.
I gotta
And hundreds of shoe boxes full of stuff from all over the place.
I gotta hold on just a sec here. I just want to say this. Eileen, I hear you. Eileen Valou, the fam. She said she has to go. She's brought back some memories of her late husband. No, I get it. I get it. I get it. I just wanted to say that because I saw that in the chat. Yeah, we weren't trying to go that way for you, Eileen. Just, you know.
WTF Mike Albrecht also said, Cab 7, there is controversy over every program, I swear.
It's true. It is true. Well, we can revisit We can revisit that at a different time.
Of course. It's just
Right.
conversation.
Just conversation.
Yeah, we were just having conversation. Yeah, I just want to say that to Eileen because she comes here all the time.
You know, someone had brought up, and this, I suppose this is off. Well, it is off the topic. But speaking of money, someone had brought up the idea. There's, we all know each other. We're all somehow intertwined, in this community. And someone brought up the idea. Well, how about if there was just a fund, and there would be a panel of people that would direct resources to certain people and their needs, that fund would always be there, that anyone could give of their heart. But that also brought up controversy as well, that, how you got to be transparent.
Got to administrate it.
Yeah.
Too hard to manage. And all
hard
that.
to manage. People really get. I've seen a lot of podcasts try to do something like this, where they administrate their own fund, and it went extremely badly for them.
Yeah, it's too hard.
All with the right intentions.
Their hearts are in the right place.
Yeah,
that's how it starts out. Yeah,
and I know this from experience with doing the payback streams. The only way to be transparent with something like that is to screen share the PayPal account when you transfer the money to that charity.
Right.
See, and that's.
I mean, it can be done. I've done it. I mean, like,
sure. No, I think doing a stream or some sort of raising money for a specific fund is absolutely cool. But if you're starting your own to kind of divvy out to other things, or to manage yourself, or to grow, that's when it starts getting a little
dicey. Yeah.
When this person brought that idea up, the first thing that came to mind was 9/11. There was over $1 billion that was donated by people around the world, and how they started divvying that up was so unfair, because one person's life seemed to be more important than the next person's life. So it was an extremely bad idea.
We'll put the idea of the fund on hold.
Right.
Yeah, our hearts would be in the right place, but boy, that would be so hard to manage.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be hard to manage. Wow.
There's so many different things. I mean, not only just with the wounded warriors and things like that, but like breast cancer awareness or whatever the cause might be. But once you donate to that cause, there's no transparency anymore. You don't know where that money's going.
No. And I seriously don't know enough about these organizations to actually do an actual fundraiser for them,
No, it's so hard. The one organization that we're really involved with would be Girls Rock. They have a section in Chicago. It's called Girls Rock Chicago, and it's an organization that supports girls in music. So we donated old gear. We donated amplifiers and bass guitars. and they teach girls how to play music. So they form their own bands. They learn how to read music, how to manage a band. They learn how to
that's a national program.
It's a national organization, and they teach girls how to be creative and work in the music industry. And it's such a cool thing because there isn't enough support, I personally believe, in the arts.
Yeah.
So being able to help them, you know, harness these skills is just for me, it's a cool thing.
Yeah. Wow. I'm just soaking it in. I'm just soaking it in. Every stream's different. You never know where it's going to go.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you never do. I mean, we're talking bell bottoms, and it's kind of now we're and
yeah.
I mean, when I was growing up, you know, I grew up in Lansing, Michigan. I grew up running the streets, and you know, I'd have to say I'd probably gotten in a lot more trouble than what I did if it wasn't for the Boys and Girls Club of America. And I spent about 5 years belonging to the Boys and Girls Club of America, which, you know, I one of these days I'm gonna do a stream or a fundraiser for them, and, you know, actually go to my old Boys and Girls Club and present them. I'm sure they are. I mean, it was a big deal.
My wife was part of that 4-H group when she was like in the 70s and 80s. I don't know if you guys had that 4-H.
You're still, yeah. Oh, it's a very Midwest thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Very Midwest thing.
Yeah, it's a Midwest thing.
Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, I think it should be a cool challenge for all of us in 2019 is, you know, find your passion, find something that you, as a creator, are passionate about and want to support,
give back to,
and see if, you know, that we all can individually do our own thing that makes sense.
Yeah, I always tell people with charities, do your own homework, you know.
Yeah.
You know, for whatever. Yeah, they were right. There are a lot of,
a lot of hinky, weird things.
It does get a little hinky. You know, I exacted a little bit of revenge on an organization that I volunteered for once, and I won't say who they were.
Oh, okay, good.
It was for young girls, and unfortunately, the moms that were involved were very cliquey. And they weren't the nicest ladies on the planet. And
Harper Valley PTA.
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of.
Right. Well, the girls that I was working with, they were kind of the outcasts of all the other girls. And we had this little thing, like this tea party. So I had all the girls write out affirmations, and we kind of baked them into fortune cookies. And for the moms that weren't so nice, I made sure that they got very specific fortunes in their cookies.
Wow.
And some of them cracked up in cookies that said things like, you know, I will try to be as beautiful on the inside as I am on the outside. You know, things like that to maybe raise a little bit of awareness of how they were treating the other girls. So, you know.
I want to bring back an old memory from the it's 1983, but
that counts. And by the way, Lulu's just getting a snack. She didn't like freak out. She's just getting a snack.
Cab, this has nothing to do with the hedgehog, does it?
No.
Okay.
Oh wow.
But I'm a pack rat for history.
Oh wow.
And I keep everything of me from when I was a kid all the way up. I still keep things up today. But I've got my Boy Scout uniform here.
Oh wow.
Well, does it still fit?
No.
Wow.
But this is my Boy Scout uniform.
Oh, look at all the patches.
Yep, these are all the patches I needed to make, and I made it all the way to Eagle Scout. And I was a Boy Scout in Montana. That's where I spent 20 years of my life.
Wow.
But that's my old Boy Scout uniform.
Well, that qualifies for 70s and 80s stuff.
Oh,
I'll bet people in the chat are going to be bringing back a lot of memories on that.
Oh, hey, Green Bay, we were talking 1970s and 80s, not 80s.
Yeah, right. Thanks. Appreciate that. Mr. Producer guy. Mr. Producer
guy. I don't have it anymore, but I had a Cub Scout uniform. It was blue with the yellow and the badges and all that, but I never made it to the...
Oh, the Exorcist. That came up in the chat from Gina.
Oh, that was a heck of a movie. That movie just rocked me to the core.
Do you remember the hype on that on National Enquirer? It said people going insane after viewing The Exorcist.
Yes.
Yeah.
My mother actually owned the same china that was used in the movie. And when I was all like freaked out thinking, you know, like our house is a portal to the devil, she'd give me water in the middle of the night in the same china that was used in the movie. And she'd be like, oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Wow. Now you're making me think Amityville Horror, because I remember when that came out in the late 70s.
Yes. Another one.
Me and my dad went to see that, and that's where I got it in my head, like, get out, get out.
I remember about once every 3 or 4 months, you know, 70s and 80s, they would do the creature feature in 3D, the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
You had to pick up your 3D glasses from your local 7-Eleven to be able to watch it on television in 3D. Yeah.
Do you guys know Svengali?
Yes, Svengoolie.
She interned for Svengoolie.
I interned for Svengoolie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She used to throw the rubber chickens.
It was the greatest summer of my life.
Oh, Dreamwalk Angels throwing out Jaws. Yeah.
Great movie.
I could go on the water for a long time after seeing that movie.
Now, you want to hear a tidbit? I got a tidbit for Jaws.
Yeah.
Okay, Spielberg or whatever. Or was it? Yeah, it was Spielberg, not Lucas. Okay. Anyway, he couldn't get the shark to work right. And that's when he actually came out better, because that's when he built the tension with small scenes of the shark. They'd get to work for a minute, you know, but then they'd scare you with your mind thinking of what happened. So, it's kind of interesting.
Showing the shark was the most genius move that Spielberg has ever done.
Right. I'm not
which one?
Should have.
Yeah.
Which one?
No, by not showing the shark in Jaws, that was the big. Yeah, that was the most genius move.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that was a stolen move from Hitchcock.
True.
I mean, the shower scene from Psycho, the original shower scene, you don't actually see them stabbing her.
Ooh.
You see the hand come up.
Wait, now you're talking 60s. You've crossed a boundary. We're in 60s.
Yeah. La 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 la.
That's okay. It's okay, Ghost.
No, it's so true, though. You're right, though. You're right, Ghost.
That was a Hitchcock move. That was so a Hitchcock move.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I never told you the story about the Partridge Family with David Cassidy. You want to hear it now?
Absolutely.
Bring it on.
Okay, I'll make it quick. David Cassidy was so popular, you know, he outsold the Beatles in like 72. The Beatles, friggin' Beatles. He got hired for like $400 or $500 a week, and he was under contract for that. And he's doing these sold out arenas. They're doing lunch boxes. They were making millions off him, and he's sitting there working for like, you know, $1,500, $2,000 a month.
Nothing.
Yeah, and they finally sued, and you know why he won? Because they said he was underage when he signed the contract. He wasn't 18, so they had to they paid him like $1 million or $2 million just instantly. He became a millionaire. So
that's awesome.
That's my Partridge Family tidbit for you.
By the way, we lost Lulu.
She said she's going to get something to eat.
Oh
yeah, she's not mad. Sure,
I didn't see where she's.
I was lucky enough. I guess this would have been when I did that Brady show. Was that 90s? Yeah.
Oh, that was the 90s.
Yeah. So okay, this is a 70s reference, but it happened in the 90s.
Oh no. Okay.
So sorry, but when I was in a band in the 90s, we did a show with the whole crew of the Brady Bunch, the original cast, for a Halloween show for a local radio station in Chicago.
For real?
And everyone but the dad. He already passed away.
You met Florence?
Yeah, she was awesome. I had Cindy Brady hit on me.
Oh my goodness!
All
Wait a minute! Oh, this is brilliant. You met them. Cindy's hitting on you. Florence endorses Wesson oil. I can see where it's going.
Oh yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it was not much of a story. Just that the Brady Bunch was such a seminal part of my childhood, because it was on. How many reruns did they have of Brady Bunch when we were kids?
It's still rerunning.
Yeah, it's still on MeTV and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So just meeting them was just like, it's so iconic and weird to meet your childhood.
It is weird. Yeah.
Matter of fact, Alice, the maid, she actually moved to Pennsylvania in her later years, and she became part of a commune here in
What?
the state. Yep, she sure did. She became a member of a commune in this part in Pennsylvania, and she died here just a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Well,
I didn't know she was part of a commune.
Sure was a religious commune. Yeah.
Huh.
Wow. See, thinking about the Partridge Family, I was thinking about David Cassidy. He hated the music he was doing. He was so good at it, but he hated it because he was a Jimi Hendrix kind of rocking guy, you know. And he hated that because people were like, "Oh yeah," you know, they weren't taking him serious, you know.
And his dad, Jack Cassidy, there were big problems between those two.
Oh yeah.
His dad was really jealous of Sean. I mean, not Sean, but David.
Yeah.
And then subsequently Sean, who all big, part of the family too, was like it was a weird kind of dynamic.
Yeah. Yeah, see, now I'm thinking about television shows from the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, see, I thought it was weird that it wasn't it the oldest Brady that was trying to go out with Florence Henderson?
Yeah, I think so.
Greg Brady did actually date her.
No.
Yeah. Barry Williams dated her for a very, very short time.
I wouldn't even call it dating.
I think they just hooked up.
Hooked up. Oh, no.
Yeah.
You've destroyed my image of the Brady Bunch. Greg and no.
I know,
he wrote
isn't
about
that weird?
it in his book.
Marsha.
Oh, no. Marsha, sorry, I ain't got time for you. I'm going for Florence.
Right?
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
I would have totally hooked up with Marsha.
Oh man,
I bet you would have.
Who didn't want Marsha? Braces or not? You know?
Yeah. That's Jan.
No,
Jan
Jan
had the braces.
Oh, it was Jan. I thought Marsha got the braces.
Marsha's the oldest one.
No,
yeah.
Marsha was the one that
the perfect one.
football to the nose.
Yeah, the football to the nose.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And dated or went to prom with Davy Jones.
No. She didn't go with Davy Jones. She went with who was the other teen heartthrob who looked like Davy Jones?
No, it was Davy Jones.
Davy Jones.
No, there was another one. It was. Oh shoot! I can't. I'm gonna have to look it up. It was not Davy Jones. There's another one.
Go get another drink and you'll remember it. Okay.
I'm telling you, there's another one.
In fact, they even had Davy Jones in
Davy
the
Jones was on
remake
it.
movie.
I know
they did
Davy
in the
Jones was
90s.
on it, but there was someone else.
All right. Find out who it is.
I'm looking it up.
and they're talking about Rod Stewart in the chat now because you brought up Rod Stewart earlier.
Oh, the best.
Yeah, the faces are amazing.
You were talking about the lunch pail that you had, Mr. Producer Man.
Producer.
I had Kung Fu lunch pail.
Oh,
Kung Fu.
Desi Arnaz Jr.
Oh my God, that's a pull.
Wow.
Desi Arnaz Jr.
Yeah. All right.
Wow. That's the Gunsmoke dude, isn't it?
Not Desi Arnaz Jr. No, that's Babalu's son.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's Ricky Ricardo's
Ricky Ricardo's son.
But he was also pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that was be 60s.
That was a sad breakup, too, between Lucy and Desi. It was only about a 5-year relationship, but it was a whirlwind romance. But because he had a drinking problem, it caused a lot of problems. Matter of fact, it was, I think, at their last episode where they did an Asian theme, where they came into this Asian restaurant. Well, before that episode took place, you could see that she was crying and her eyes were kind of welled up, but they had gotten in a fight right before they actually produced that scene, put it out for public.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll have to give you a 60s reference that led to the 70s and 80s. Do you know that Lucy and Desi are the reason we have Star Trek? Did you know that?
Yeah.
How? What's that connection?
At the end of Star Trek, the original one, if you look, it's a Desi Lou production. Lucy greenlighted the money to get Star Trek made when Gene Roddenberry pitched it. That's why it says a Desi Lou production.
I didn't know that.
It's Desi and Lucy. They're the ones that got Star Trek rolling because Lucy was like, yeah, I'll throw some money at that. Sounds kind of fun. And they ended up selling the rights to it or something for some.
Well, they were the power couple of that era, though, too.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a 60s reference that kind of brought us in the 70s and 80s. Yeah, next time you watch Star Trek, you'll see that. Oh, shit, he wasn't lying.
Oh, and as for your 80s reference, Tab, you'd be proud to know, Coke Classic, brother. all the way.
Oh,
classic.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, was the 80s when they changed their formula?
Yeah.
Oh.
New Coke. Ugh.
Oh my goodness. That was pretty stupid.
In
Coca-Cola
the 80s, New Coke was white.
It was clear. They had,
Yeah, clear.
No, they had the Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah,
that was like
Crystal
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Yeah.
That was it.
Oh,
I
I'm gonna get
like
into the cocktail.
Coca-Cola when it came in the little bottle out of the
cheers.
Coke machines. That's when I like Coke the best.
all right, let's get some
Glass
honesty.
bottle.
Let's get some honesty here. Dreamwalk Angel, she brought up Hugh Hefner. I did look at Playboy pictures when I was young, like 7, and I felt funny. That's all I can say. I felt funny. That's all I'm going to say.
Playboy had a huge effect on me.
I figured you would have felt moist.
Oh my goodness. I felt funny. I didn't know what it meant.
Well, while
at the
you were
time,
being able to afford those Playboy magazines, I had the Montgomery Ward catalog summer issue, 1972.
Oh,
Okay.
Sears Roebuck.
Yeah.
Look, I have to admit, over here in the corner of my office is a tote filled with old Playboys. I even have the old Vanna White issue.
I don't think I'd be. I think I'd be burning those, Ghost, or there'd be like a baseball bat to my head.
Money, man.
No, they're collector's
Oh,
items.
my wife. Oh, man, that would be like
No,
bat.
there's money in there. No, those old
yeah.
Playboys are great.
Oh.
No, I discovered when I was maybe, I don't know, 10 or 11, a huge collection of Playboy magazines in our family's summer cottage. And I started flipping through them thinking they were like teen or 17 magazine. And I was in for a little bit of a shock, but they had a huge impact on me. I'm like, wow, these are beautiful women and they're cool and they're having fun. They're bicycle riding, you know.
Look,
I think they did.
Nude. I like I've got the Belinda Carlisle. Remember from the Yugo?
Yes, yes.
I got Tori Wilson from wrestling. I got who? Oh yeah, Tiffany. I got the Tiffany one.
Wow.
There's a lot of musicians.
Oh yeah, and
Playboy.
it's cliche to say, but there are great articles in there too. I mean, they do really good interviews.
The lead singer for Vixen.
Wow, never heard of that.
Who? Vixen.
Who? Vixen? Remember Vixen?
Oh, I remember Vixen. I just didn't know they were that popular.
Oh my goodness! Wow. And I just want to thank everyone for being in the chat and putting up with us because we're just covering so much ground. I know we're not talking to you as much as we do, but just sit back and enjoy while us older people like reminisce, you know. I mean, not that you're Juliet's.
Remember the 80s? That's why I brought up Vixen.
Yeah, Juliet's not that old. She's a spring chicken on the panel, but
Really? You guys don't know really what my real age is.
no, we don't want to know. We don't want to know.
No, and I'm not telling, but I'm saying it's older than you think.
29. We know the drill.
I'll stick with 29.
Yes, we're well rehearsed. Oh my!
She used to tour with Samantha Fox. Remember the Page 5 girl from
Thanks, Jenny. By the way, what's in that? What are you drinking there? That looks like a margarita or something, David.
It's absinthe.
It's what?
Absinthe.
Absinthe.
Oh,
That's what he was drinking the other night. You don't remember?
Well, I don't know what that is because I'm not a big drinker. I'm not. If I ever get to Chicago, they're gonna teach me how to drink all these exotic drinks. So
We will break you.
yeah, I'll be on a live stream like, hi, I'm live tonight. I've been with David, the producer.
Just remember everything in moderation.
Yeah.
Well, it brought back memories the first time I got drunk when I was like 11 years old. I'm not endorsing this, by the way. We're just remembering the 70s, 80s. And I remember walking down the road with my friend because he was staying at a friend's house. They were away, and we raided the bar. You know, we thought we were cool. And all I remember is walking down the road and Kathy's menstruating and all this stuff. And I'm like,
What?
yes, because I was a kid and they just told me about the facts of life, you know, and here I was.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Not good.
Well, I'll never remember just walking down this road trying to get home with my friend babbling. I was so drunk and I was a kid. It was like, It's a bad, you know. I'm not endorsing it, like I said. But,
What were you drinking?
Everything.
Just everything.
This guy had a fully stocked bar, and my friends just try some of this, try some of this, try some of this. Oh, it was horrible. Oh man, I stopped along the way for several, you know.
I can remember it was 1980. There was this new channel that was supposed to come on cable. It's called MTV.
Yeah.
Stars on the screen for like 3 hours, and they're, you know, it's just we're waiting for it to air the first time. And the first video that comes on is "Video Killed the Radio Star."
By the
And
Buggles.
somebody said, "Do you want a hit of this?" and hands me a balloon.
Uh-oh.
I took a big old hit off the balloon, and everything went fuzzy. And I remember waking up as my head hit the floor and went, "Wow!"
Video killed the radio star.
You know what was awful about that story is he woke up in '92.
Oh my
I had a
goodness.
balloon full of Whip It in my hand. You
Oh
know?
my goodness. Oh, who doesn't like Whip It? Come on.
Everybody loves Whip
How
Its.
many in the chat even remember Whip It? I wonder how many young people are here.
I
don't even know what that is.
You don't know what Whippets are?
No, I don't.
We used to buy them at baking supply stores.
You can still get them. You can still find the crackers and everything. Like,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What is it?
Wait a minute.
It's nitrous oxide is basically what it is.
Yeah.
It's laughing
Oh.
gas.
I was talking about Devo. Whip It.
No, we're
Yeah.
talking
You
about
weren't.
like
They're talking about
we're
Whippets and
talking about
drugs.
Whippets.
Son of a bitch. I was talking about you must whip it.
yeah, it's like a CO2 cartridge. You put it
Yeah.
in there, and there's a balloon on the end of it. You crack it open, and it fills the balloon. Then you take a hit off the balloon, and you're like, everything's like wah wah wah.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
we would get it at like chef supply stores because it was used for making whipped cream.
Oh, okay.
Wow. That's like, talk about a case of mistaken identity. You know, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go into, you know, Don.
Because Mafi and I are all like, you know, deviant about it.
Oh my goodness. When a problem comes along, you must whip it. I'm sorry.
We're like, yeah, hell yeah, you must.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Whoa.
I remember the first house party I went to. It was in a mobile home, and the place was packed. There's about 30 teenagers in there. And that night I'd gotten totally messed up. And next to me, unbeknownst to me, I didn't realize I was doing it. I was told the next day. But I was eating Quaaludes. And it was one after the next. And I could swear I was getting higher and higher. I was so out of it. Everything was in triplicate. It really was. And the room is spinning like crazy. So I'm eating these Quaaludes one after the next, and everyone is like, "Whoa, look at Ben go! Look at Ben go!"
Dude, that sounds like some out of a Cheech and Chong movie.
Yes.
The next day, I come to find out I wasn't eating Quaaludes. There was a 25-pound bag of dog food next to me, and that's what I was eating.
What?
And no one said nothing.
Oh my goodness. That gives new meaning to chowing down. I mean, oh. Now, did you use some of the puppy pads too?
Well, listen, Dave. You could ask my sister. I had an affinity, for some reason, for about the next 8-9 years for Elpo. And
my goodness.
I'm not kidding. We had 2 dogs, and the meatballs in Elpo, I loved the hell out of it. I did. I'd open the can and I'd eat the meatballs out of it. So all that would be left is just some sauce, some gravy that was in the can. I'd pour it out for the dog. That's all they would get.
To this day, Ben barks at the moon.
I do. I
Oh my
do.
goodness. Wow. See, I knew MTV would come into this eventually. I'm glad that Ghost brought MTV up. Yeah.
Look, MTV was the mainstay of the teenage experience in the 80s.
Oh.
Okay? That's what made the 80s. And MTV will never be the same because the crap that they got on MTV today.
No.
Dude, they used to have music news. You know, they'd have that Earth thing and the flag, you know, and
Kurt Loder.
The first time I ever was introduced to MTV, and I was already older, but was the Red Hot Chili Peppers had just come onto the scene. That's the first time I watched MTV.
What?
Yep.
I can't believe Ben actually knew who the Red Hot Chili Peppers were. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it
a
away.
game show on there called Remote Control, and Colin Quinn was
Yes!
the host.
Yes!
That was
Yes!
the best. Oh, it was horrible. Oh my gosh. You
Horrible.
remember
He was
that.
always trashed.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, remote control. Oh my goodness.
It was the
It
first
did.
time he ever
Yes,
was
yeah.
on TV.
No,
All right.
Hairbangers Ball was my thing. I would stay up all night.
Yeah.
Ricky Rackman and Hairbangers Ball.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna make an admission to Dream Walking Angel. I freaking loved Madonna in the 80s.
Who didn't?
I loved
Me.
Man, True Blue, Get Into the Groove, Desperately Seeking Susan, all that stuff.
Desperately Seeking Susan. That was the best.
But you also had like the MTV personalities like Randy of the Redwood, Yahoo Serious, Max Headroom, you know, all
Max
those little-
Headroom, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember Max Headroom, Ben?
Crazy.
There was you know, something happened. I forget it now. This might not be 70s, 80s. Someone broke into a
It was Chicago. Yeah, it was
television signal with Max
It
Headroom.
was Channel 32 in Chicago. It was Max Headroom. It was 1986, and they still don't know how he did it or who that person was that was impersonating, you know, Max Headroom.
What year?
But they essentially took over. 86.
86. Okay.
Yeah, 86.
And
everything back then was all satellite, so you would have had to have literally tens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment to do that act back then in the day.
oh,
It's
Lou,
not like you can go, you know, like just tap into like an internet connection or anything like you do today.
Lou Rock, I'm gonna do this for you because I'm actually one of the few people that remember this. Great Southern Land. All right, that's a song from Young Einstein. I love that. I got the frickin'
Young
Einstein.
Einstein.
I think I have the it was Yahoo Serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had that cassette. I love that song. So Great Southern Land, man. It's awesome, man.
I have to admit that was also one of my crushes growing up was Martha Quinn.
Who's Martha Quinn? Who's
Martha
VJ.
Quinn was like the first female VJ on MTV.
Was it her or was it Nina Blackwood? I can't remember which one came first.
Martha
Nina
came
Blackwell.
first. Nina Blackwell was second, and then there was
Blackwell, thank you.
I just thought of her name too. What was her? The black woman. What's her name?
Downtown Julie Brown.
Yes, Julie Brown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna open myself up here. What is a VJ versus a DJ?
A video DJ.
Video
That's it.
jockey.
Oh,
Video jockey.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought
they called them VJs.
I don't know.
back
You
then.
put a V on it, and it's a girl. I'm opening myself up here.
No.
Okay, well, I put mine. You know, that's what we do. We put ourselves out there. I'm sorry.
That's awesome.
I've never heard that. I really
Never heard the VJ?
No.
Oh, okay.
Video jockey.
Video jockey instead of disc jockey. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, now I feel better.
Let's explore the mind of Green Bay Wacky for a few moments.
No.
Green Bay's getting an education on MTV and the drugs of the day.
Oh my goodness. You know what I remember from the 80s was when the Sci-Fi Channel was really not the way it is nowadays. But do you remember the Sci-Fi Channel in its original form?
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
I
You're like-
yeah.
Every
Like-
night for mystery
Science.
MST.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I never missed an episode of that, and they had all the old shows on there like Space 1999, and I've got videotapes in this house somewhere of the original.
What's the show?
You'd see the seats down in front, and the guy and the two space aliens are mouthing the words for the movie. That was awesome.
TNC Monster Vision.
That's it.
Oh,
Tell those guys about that. I don't even know about that. Monster Vision?
Oh, well,
Monster Vision. That yes.
Do you remember Monster Vision?
I think I do actually.
Yeah, it started on TNT, and it was hosted by Joe Bob Briggs, and he showed old monster movies, and he had on, old monster movie actors and everything. Just a cool horror movie host.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we had something like that over here. It was out of Pittsburgh, and it was like late night horror movies with the Count. Now the Count has his own show. It's called Count's Customs. He's out in Vegas. He does the cars. He's over there.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that was the guy that dressed up like Dracula and was showing the spooky movies on Saturday night.
Wait. You're talking about the dude from Pawn Stars? That like
Yes, that's where he started out. He was doing the you know how like Grandpa from the Munsters used to do it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did the same thing as Grandpa from the Munsters, only he did it out of a local station over around Pittsburgh.
Weird.
That's how Svengoolie got his start. He started off on WFLD, Fox Chicago. Then he went to WCIU, and now he's national.
Wow.
With BTV, yeah.
Yep.
All right, do any of you remember this? Horror Incorporated. Do you remember that with the coffin? The late night movies?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay, just wondering. Mother Nature says, I have a surprise for you. Huh. I don't know. What is it?
She's going to send you a box of Whippets.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Moist VJ. Boomer Rock says hashtag moist VJ. I didn't know what it meant. Wow. Well, now my mind's even, because what I originally thought that would have fit right in.
Wow.
So, actually, even that didn't sound very good.
No, it didn't.
No, you gotta turn it around. Yeah. Just go moist V.
No,
Just
let it
shorten
go.
it up.
Let it go.
Just let it go.
Let it go.
Just let it go. It's like, wind,
Gene Bizarro's gift says Twilight Zone. And then they had the knockoff Twilight Zone. Remember the Dark Side?
Dark Shadows.
Yeah,
Was
they
it
had
Dark Shadows?
Dark Shadows was the actual it was a soap opera that was on through the day, but they had the dark.
There are those who
Dark
believe. There are those who believe. That's Tales from the Dark Side. Is that what you're talking about?
Tales from the Dark
Tales
Side.
from the Dark Side.
Yes,
That's
that
what-
is.
Although, Tales from the Crypt. Great series. Tales from the Crypt.
I
had to do the
love
Crypt
Tales
Master.
from the Crypt, but I like the Hitchhiker on HBO better.
Really?
Yeah, the Hitchhiker on HBO. It was
remember
some
that.
twisted,
The weird dude.
the guy's he's just hitchhiking along. He comes to a restaurant, and then there's this whole story about this elaborate murder case, and he just at the end he's walking away from the diner. Just kind of.
Admittedly, I never saw that show. I feel, I've heard a lot of great things about it, but I never saw it.
Wow, I remember that, the opening and the dude's walking in the desert or something, or yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's like every place that he went, there was a story, but he was never in the story. He was just in the opening scene and the end scene when he's leaving, and that was it.
Now you heard that Jordan Peele is bringing back, a version of the Twilight Zone movie that's going to be coming out here real shortly.
Really?
Yeah.
Why can't they go watch the original Twilight Zone and actually make something good?
Well, it's more a takeoff on the spirit of the Twilight Zone.
Oh, okay.
It's not a remake. It's not a remake of a story. It's more the concept of.
It's no retelling.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's
mean,
more.
When they did the Twilight Zone movie that had was it Dan Aykroyd in
That
it?
was great.
Yeah.
I love the Twilight Zone movie.
Yeah, and Vic Moreau lost his head for that one.
He's like,
well, that's
Yeah, he
unfortunate.
did.
Oh,
That's-
it really
that's
did.
too bad.
was he the one that was in the helicopter crash?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And two Vietnamese kids.
Yes, they were
Yeah.
filming in bad conditions at night, and it was
Who directed that segment?
Spielberg.
yes.
And he got
I thought it was Landis. Or am I out of my
Oh,
mind?
wait, you know what?
It's not Spielberg.
I'm sorry. You are absolutely 100% correct. It is John Landis that got nailed for that.
For that segment.
That
yeah,
segment.
because Spielberg directed the old people segment.
That's right.
Yeah, the kick the can.
I knew he
segment,
had a part in it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Kick the Can
Interesting.
was one of the original episodes in the original Twilight. I'm like a
Well,
Twilight
so
Zone.
was
now.
so was
That's a
the
great
thing on the
story.
wing. That was the old.
I love that.
That was the one with Captain Kirk did the original,
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
and then
And then
they
John
had,
Lithgow. John
yeah,
Lithgow did the second one. Yeah. I think John Lithgow did an amazing job in
He
that.
was so good.
Yeah.
That whole segment was so cool.
It was great.
Everybody in that was, I mean, you really get the claustrophobic terror.
Yeah.
You know?
I have to say though, my favorite one was the little kid that could imagine and make anything.
That was
That rabbit
great.
thing popped out of the television and everything. That was like,
Billy.
Yes.
And they were all scared of the kid. I love
Wish
that.
it away. Wish it away.
That was Billy Mummy. In the
What's that, Billy Mummy?
in the original one.
Oh, in the original.
one.
Okay,
I never
okay.
saw the original.
Yeah, but
one.
now
I
we're
don't know
going.
the
Now we're
original.
going 60s, so I crossed a boundary.
No, but it was done in the 80s. You're
Yeah,
fine. You're
yeah.
fine.
And
I mean,
he
Billy
remade
Mooney,
it.
he was, yeah, Billy Mooney. He was in Lost in Space.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
He was
they
in a bunch of different
they
movies.
brought him back into a new episode of the newer Twilight Zone and sort of finished or kind of added a daughter to him and stuff. So it was really he was all grown up and he still had the power, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah, as okay, you know. It was,
Well, I mean, it's just, Billy Mummy, he has such a history in TV, just in general. I mean, having grown up on that show.
Yeah.
How long did that show run, by the way? Lost in Space. I don't even know.
Oh Lord,
I don't
5
think-
seasons?
I don't know if it even lasted that long.
5 seasons, I think.
All right,
You think
let's-
so?
all right,
could be wrong.
we'll all cross a boundary of the 60s. Let's all do it. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, Will Robinson.
Yes.
My
Well,
favorite
I mean-
character. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, goes.
You had Irwin Allen is who did the Lost in Space, but he also did like Poseidon Adventure, Towering Inferno.
Yeah.
He had shows like The Time Tunnel.
Time Tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and actually, did
Remember that?
Irwin Allen do the airplane series, like the airport ones, or no?
It was
It was Airport, not
Yeah,
the
airport.
spoof ones, right?
It was
Yeah.
Airport, And then he had the movie where the chick had to land the plane, the stewardess or what, Flight 57 or something like that. You know what
Oh.
I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, I
I
remember.
do, but I don't know the name.
I
He
remember.
did a lot of catastrophe movies. you know?
Right.
They were
Poseidon
big.
Adventure.
Yeah. You know, I gotta admit, I actually kind of like the remake of Poseidon. It's not bad, actually, with Kurt Russell. It's not great, but
Anything with Kurt Russell is okay by
You're
me.
getting her excited. Stop it.
I
Kurt
love-
Russell
Great, babe.
is my
okay.
hero.
Let's talk Escape from New York. The Thing.
Oh, the best movie! Oh my gosh, Snake Plissken is the best.
But why did
Hands
they
down
make
the best.
Escape from L.A. later? Come on. That's-
You know, I still love it.
She
I don't
likes that
care.
movie.
I don't
That
care.
thing is a turd. They
Oh,
can't even
man, so
float.
bad.
Big
John
Trouble in
Carpenter
Little
can
China.
do
I
no
mean,
wrong.
Oh,
John
man.
Carpenter and Kurt Russell.
Wow.
Tango and Cash.
I don't care. I love
That was
that movie.
awesome.
I love.
That was awesome.
I don't care. I'll watch Sky
on.
High.
Hold
I
on.
don't care.
Oh,
It's
Sky
not
High.
awesome. It's awful. Tango and Cash may be one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
No, it does not matter. It's a great movie because it is Kurt Russell.
I love watching Sylvester Stallone try to act
Oh my
with
goodness.
Kurt Russell. That's my favorite part.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, I
maybe-
love it. I love that movie.
Thank you.
Love it. Freaking love
Thank
it.
you. It's all the reflexes. This is the coolest movie to come out of the 80s. I mean, it's got what's her name? Samantha from Sex and the City.
I
Yeah.
don't know where.
I know.
her
I
name.
know. The green-eyed. She's the green-eyed one. Or
The
whatever.
green-eyed lady. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
exactly. And
I was always a Kurt Russell fan, but after Quentin Tarantino kind of revamped his career, I liked him even more.
Yeah.
Yes, Stuntman Mike. Yes,
Stuntman
yes.
Mike, Death
Yes.
Proof.
Okay, I'm
Yes.
gonna admit something again to Dreamwalking Angel and Alicia. I own The Lost Boy, The Lost Boys, several copies of it. I've seen that movie over 200 times. I know every word in it. I'm sorry.
Wow.
That's my favorite movie. I've watched it. When it came out in the theater, we all got stoned and went and saw it 5 nights in a row. Every night at the theater, man. Let's go to The Lost Boys again. Yeah.
All right, I have a question for, and I'll take this as an 80s thing because it probably is
Yeah.
a better answer. Your biggest guilty pleasure movie from the 80s?
Oh, guilty pleasure movie. Well, someone
Yeah.
else answer because I don't quite.
Well, I have one.
Okay, go ahead. Go
Say
ahead.
it.
Secret of My Success with Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, I love it, love it, love it.
That thing stinks on ice.
But I still love it, man. The secret of my success.
It's Michael J. Fox. He overcomes adversity. He takes over a company, and there's a montage. It's a great movie.
Wow. Guilty
You know,
pleasure.
I have to say, Night of the Comet was so
Yes,
bad,
yes, yes,
but it was
yes.
so good at the same time. The idea of like this comet and everybody turns to dust and this cities are just empty, except for these guys that are kind of turning into zombies, but there isn't very many of them. So it's like, like the whole
And
idea.
there's a shopping mall scene, a shopping mall dancing scene.
It was so bad, but it was so good at the same time. It was messed up.
This is for Boomer, and then I'll answer. Fast times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, that can't be. That
That's
can't
not
be
a
a guilty pleasure. That's just a damn
No,
good
that's
movie.
a
No,
good
I was just
movie.
no, I was singing for Boomer. He said
That's
Fast
a cult
times.
classic, is what that is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's like watching The Breakfast Club over and over again. You know?
What are some of the people in the chat saying?
Oh, I've watched The Breakfast Club over 300 times. I'm
Oh,
sorry to
God,
say.
yes.
Sure.
Saturday. I can't even do it. I can't even do it. It's October 24th, I think. Sherman, Illinois. Sherman High School.
Sherman High School, yes.
I don't know what people are saying in the chat. Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh, fun movie.
Commando.
Commander Gray.
The Outsiders.
I hate to coin the phrase beating a dead horse, but they just made too many sequels to Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, yeah. Weekend at Bernie's. Let's dig up Bernie. Hey, look, Bernie's still dead.
Scarface. Yeah, that's a good question in the chat. By the way, there's a movie from the 80s that, if you want to call it a guilty pleasure, I love License to Drive.
Corey Haim and Corey Feldman.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I love that
Did
movie.
you do a lot of drugs in the 80s?
I
Dave?
freaking love it when he's telling his dad when he hands the brochure and he's like, so, Dad, did you get what do you think of the information I gave you? And his dad looks at him like, and I don't know that guy's name, that actor, I know his face, but he's like, oh yeah, $26,000 BMW for a 16-year-old kid that's never worked a day in his life? I think it's a great idea.
That's where you get your porn stash from, that same guy.
I'm sorry. It's okay. It's my guilty pleasure. I love License to Drive.
Mm-hmm.
It was on
I'm with
Netflix.
you.
It was on Netflix. I watched it like 3 times a day while it was on there.
Okay, so Lady Swan says Footloose, but I was never a big Kevin Bacon fan. I never really got into Footloose.
I liked Flatliners. I liked him in that.
Well, yeah.
Flatliners was good. I liked Flatliners.
Yeah.
I never really got into Footloose.
It's on Netflix. I just watched it the other night.
I'll show you all the dance moves, guys,
Do
if
it.
you want.
Do
Yeah.
it. Now?
I got nothing.
Bring
Are
it
you kidding
on.
me?
Come on. Give him another
Now you
drink.
gotta cut loose.
Yeah, give him another drink.
Give him another drink.
There's not enough drinks in the house.
And a lampshade. And a lampshade. Oh,
All right,
he's
so
back.
Cab's back, so we
He's
have to
back.
ask him the question. So,
Yeah.
your guilty pleasure movie from the 1980s.
I know it. I know it. I know what he's going to say. I do. I know exact. Go ahead. Say it.
I know the words almost verbatim. And I know what movie you're thinking, but you're wrong there, Dave.
Oh.
It would be Family Vacation.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Knew all the words by heart.
K-Dog saying Indiana Jones. Yeah, those were good.
Yes.
The Shining. Yeah, we've Red Rum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, any Stephen King movie during the 80s was enough to scare you.
Pet Cemetery.
Firestarter.
Firestarter.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pet Cemetery was beyond creepy, but I kind of wish they wouldn't have put Denise Crosby in there. For some reason, I don't know. I didn't.
Not a good fit for you.
She was a little off, I thought, for the part, but because she was
Right.
on the Star Trek, and I don't know.
Was Carrie 70s?
Carrie?
Yeah.
1979, I think.
79. I think it was like the end of the
With
70s.
Piper Lorien's.
They're gonna laugh at you. They're gonna laugh at you.
That's a great movie. I am so disappointed in the remake of it because that original movie is outstanding. And
Oh.
speaking of, I mean, just Stephen King remakes, the remake of Pet Cemetery. I don't know how everybody's feeling about this, but I'm a little skeptical.
Well,
you know, I
with
don't
Fred
think
Gwynn-
it's going to hold true to the first one, but I know that they're doing a lot of CGI stuff in it, and like twisted movement and stuff like that. So it's going to be creepy, but it's just not going to be what the first one.
See, the first one, they told a story. I mean, Fred Gwynn was brilliant in that role.
Fred Gwynn.
He was great in that.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You, like, were on the edge of your seat when he's like, came back. You know, it's like, ah! What do you mean he came back?
Yeah, I feel like with the
Go up
remake.
there. The ground up there is sour. Sometimes it is better.
All right,
I feel like they're just relying on imagery in this remake. So you've got some kids in scary masks, you know. I don't feel like it's telling the same story.
No, they don't tell stories anymore. It's all
No.
CGI. CGI this, CGI that. They need to go back to the basics, you know? I don't know.
I think the one guy that's doing that, oddly enough, is Jordan Peele. So
yes,
he's not using CGI for the effect. He's taking it back to more of a Hitchcock kind of a
very visceral
and storytelling way of making horror real.
Yeah,
I love that.
Okay, this is the 70s, 80s show. I'm now going to drop the bombshell on us that no one's talked about. You know what it is?
70s porn or 80s porn?
Nope, just the one thing we sort of skated around it, but it didn't come out. It's got to, this is a 70s, 80s show. It's got to come out and be talked about. See if you can guess what it is. Huh?
TV shows?
It's a movie.
The Cosby Show.
It's a movie. It's a movie.
There's so many to choose from.
All right, I'll spit it out. Saturday Night Fever!
Oh, yeah.
We didn't even talk about it. John Travolta, man.
John Travolta.
It was a phenomenon that has not been matched since.
Nope.
Robert Stigwood with, Saturday Night Fever,
I never really got into the whole disco era genre from like the 78 to like 89. I was in the skating rink. You know, that was the place to be. There was a skating rink.
Yes, roller
So was I.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
If you were roller skating, then you had to be listening to Bee Gees.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, there was all kind of stuff. I mean, I grew up in Lansing, Michigan, so I lived in some predominantly black neighborhoods, and the skating rinks, were literally a lot of hip hop, a lot of like break dancing on roller skates, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
In the 80s. So that was taking off in that era. That's where I grew up,
That's where all the girls were. That's why I went.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. There was a lot of girls there, Oh my goodness. David's like, oh fuck, I'm falling asleep here.
No, I'm good. I'm
just kidding. I said the F word.
My different Yeah, it's so funny with Ghost being in Michigan and we're in Illinois. We're only 2 states away. We have such different experiences at roller rinks, and I think that we're relatively about the same age. That it's amazing to me that just the dichotomy of that, because
Definitely.
I lived in the I'll call it very lily white suburbs. I mean, totally lily white suburbs.
Where I live,
we were listening to like
considered the minority.
Sean Cassidy. Yeah.
Do you see what just happened?
I see.
Who just popped up here?
Do you know Mother Nature?
We do know Mother Nature, of course.
I mean, have you been on a panel with her before? Or?
No.
There she is.
Hola, everybody.
Mother Nature.
Hey, Mother Nature.
Hola.
Good to see ya.
Same here. Thank you.
But you're not going to come on camera.
Oh, it's not on? My bad.
She will. She will.
Just kidding.
No, I know.
No problem. Thank you.
She will.
One thing I know about Mother is that if this is going to start, she's brought weed for everybody.
Oh, I hope so.
Oh my goodness.
And hopefully some really good weed.
Oh,
You were asking me since I was in the roller rinks about that time, that kind of music. They were playing more stuff like Ohio City Players and things like that. The more the funk, than like the Bee Gees. You know what I mean? You had that disco, but you had the funk
We did the hustle on roller skates.
Yeah, the hustle.
Yeah, we were more about the pop back then. You were more about the, little bit more deeper stuff. Yeah. I didn't get to appreciate that stuff until a little bit later.
The electric slide, it was all about the dance, but you had to pull it off on roller skates at the same time. So it was like, choreographed, and everybody was doing speed skating, and
people saying hi to Mother Nature. Screen Stars is, and by the way, Screen Stars.
Hola.
Thank you, everyone that's come through. I know tonight's more of you're just listening to us ramble about all this stuff. We're all over the board. Wow, you are like a Valley girl tonight.
Yeah, totally 80s, right? I did it just for you, Green Bay.
Wait. Can you do the voice?
Like, oh my God, right? Like, don't even get me started, okay, Green Bay? Like, don't even.
She's brilliant. Dude, she did it. You gotta talk like that all night now.
Like, totally.
Do you have
and you already know I got the
like boombox?
No, but you already know I bring the best bomb ever. So don't even question.
Oh my goodness! Look at Mother Nature tonight. She is into it, into the part. Wow.
Sorry, I'm just pulling up a chat. Totally need the chat,
Guys, just want to thank everyone again on the panel. Just remind everyone, we got Ghost Mafia, we got David, the producer, and Juliet Miranda, Cab 7. Lulu Love You is here. Mother Nature's here now. I'm here. Did I cover everyone? Ghost, let's see, Cab, Lulu, Juliet, David. Yeah, okay. All right, I think I'm good. Well, one night I forgot to say Lulu. And she's like, what the hell? What am I? Change? Sorry, Lulu. Oh, my goodness.
I had to dress up for you guys, man. I'm not as old as you guys, and I'm not trying to make you feel bad by saying that. But I'm definitely trying to help you feel better about it, if that counts. Right? No.
Mother Nature, I will totally beat you with my cane.
Don't even make me grab mine, because mine's right there too. Okay, just
I was gonna put on my parachute pants and my members only jacket, but I couldn't. The mods have just integrated that.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I had to make sure I had the sticking hair up and everything.
So what 80s music do you dig, Mother?
What was that?
What kind of 80s music do you dig?
What kind of 80s music do I what?
Do you like?
What the hell is he doing?
I'm not that old yet. I'm not that old yet. I'm here. I made the show.
I even have this the high pants and everything on for you guys. You don't even know. Camping that
Oh
stuff.
my God. Yeah. You die.
Totally.
In right now. They are.
Yeah.
They're very in.
Wow.
These are actually from this 70s and 80s though.
Now she needs the crimp in her hair.
I was gonna do that. I didn't have enough time.
And by the way, that was no diss to people that use canes. Just so you know, that was a little humor. Just I'm old, she's young.
Hola, everybody in Chatland. You guys are just totally bad. Trying not to cuss, so yeah.
You can swear. You can swear even when it's not adult rated. There's a little swearing.
Yeah.
So I can say pimping that shit, not pimping.
Yes, pimping that shit. Let's say it. Let's all say it. Pimping that shit.
I'll leave it on your class act locker answering machine, Green Bay.
Now here,
Awesome.
I'll tell you what. I'll bring us up to speed. Cab 7 here. He's got to have something to say that'll throw us into adult mode.
I'm too old to do that, Dave. I'm sorry.
Oh, I've never seen Ben.
I'm sorry, my moist friend.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness.
Well, let me break out my Walkman and let me see what we got on the old player here.
Oh my good, the Walkman.
I was gonna look for my other headphones too with the Walkman.
Yeah, you gotta have the orange sponges on your little thin headphones for your Walkman.
That's right.
So I'm not gonna nail down Mother Nature on age, but do you remember the 80s at least?
I was born in 85.
Oh, she did it. She said it. Just just came out.
I had to. Totally, right?
No, you didn't have
that's
to.
That's awesome.
It is, actually. Because I am a part of the 80s. I'm just a 90s baby that grew up in
This is
the
for Mother Nature. This is for Mother Nature. Chat's gonna hear it.
Are you playing my song?
No, I played some applause.
Oh, yay! Make sure you're clapping. How is everybody today? Hopefully I didn't make you feel too old.
No. 52 is the new 30, Mr. Funky. Mr. Funky.
I did that on purpose. Like, I totally just love you guys. You really don't even know.
Well,
I do mean that, though.
I know.
And if nobody's told you guys lately, you're all freaking awesome and definitely doing a great job. Keep it up.
Well, don't talk like that when you talk to older people. We're talking blue. We're talking blue pills, you know.
We might break a hip.
Just kidding. Just kidding. It's overrated. Come on, guys. It doesn't stop functioning at 50 plus, just so you know. But then, sorry.
It bends to the left at 50, but it doesn't stop working. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I couldn't have. I'm sorry. You just walked into that. Just, you know.
I did. I did. Just totally right. No.
Oh, it's so weird because that camera's off to the side. So when I look at you guys over here, it's all off to the side.
I like even had to make sure I had a galactic background, like just totally pimping it.
Well, I didn't know. She did surprise me when she showed up as the Valley Girl. I'm like, wow, she's like, this is like priceless. Hello, Hazels. By the way, Hazels Reptiles Eats in the chat.
I had to make you guys laugh a little bit, have some fun. You know what I mean? So
awesome.
Right.
So, okay. 80s topics. Ghost, you're awesome at bringing up 80s topics.
Bring it up. Bring it on.
All right. What back patch did you have on your blue jean jacket?
Wow.
had to have the jean jacket too, man. I already know what's up.
That is badass already.
Wow.
You know you had a blue jean jacket with some group on the back patch.
Okay.
Ramones.
The Ramones.
I had the Ramones. Yeah.
Wow.
I had one with Misfits. I had one with Guns N' Roses. And I had one with Anthrax.
No, Anthrax the band or no?
Anthrax
okay.
the band.
I had Bon Jovi, and then I had a button that said "Kiss Me in French."
Oh yeah, that was going to be my next question. How many buttons were on the front of that same jacket?
Yeah, I had all the buttons.
All the buttons.
All the buttons.
Yeah.
Wow.
You had all the flair.
I gotta come clean. I was a rebel. I just wore a blue jean jacket, no patches, man. I was a rebel. But what we did in the 80s was we had to wear a red bandana around our leg.
We was artistic. I had several different blue jean jackets. I had one that I had drawn Calvin and Hobbes all over, so I had like cartoons all over it. I had one where I had this. I did this one sleeve in the American flag, and the other one was Freddy Krueger stripes.
Oh,
nice.
Freddy Krueger is my favorite. I was born on Halloween, so.
You're Halloween baby.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I rarely hear that.
Yes, I was born on Halloween, and my mom even went to into labor at the cemetery she was working at in Las Vegas. Believe it or not.
No way.
True story.
Working in a cemetery, and she has to labor with you on Halloween.
Yeah, and
are you the devil?
I used to always claim to be the devil's daughter, so like you know how it goes. But
wow.
Mama said Mother Nature might be the devil.
My mama said no.
Can I just real quick do a pulse check on Cab 7?
I'm trying. I was already an adult when you guys are talking about now, so I can't relate.
What?
No, back in the 80s, I was already an adult, so I can't relate to that. You know.
Cab, you and I are very close in age.
How old are you?
I'm 53.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to be 52 in March. Yeah, we're talking about the 80s. Like,
yeah, but I wasn't wearing, you know, I never wore a jean jacket in my life. Never.
Oh!
No.
Did you ever wear
Confessions of Cab 7 on the Green Bay Wacky Show.
I was the epitome of the true nerd. I really was.
Were you a preppy? Were you a preppy with like polo shirts and all that?
No, I was stuck back in the 1950s. I wore my dad's clothes.
He had the button-down cardigan vest.
I used to wear the, what do you call those? Yeah, the vest. I used to wear the sweater vest.
Yeah,
I used to wear that shit.
Cardigans, yeah. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
London fog trench coat.
I was totally not in my league.
Well, retro's coming back. Look at all the coats now. They got the ruffles in them and all. I mean, retro's coming back, man.
It is.
I have to say though, I did have the London fog trench coat, but at the time I had half my head shaved and the other half was all bangs, and I was carrying around a Tony Hawk skateboard and
Very flock of seagulls.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I ran so far away. Dude, that young guitar player was brilliant, man. It's brilliant. Brilliant, sorry.
I want to say hello to Tara and Volunteer Agriculture, aka, and I wanted to say hello to Dreamwalk and Angel as well. And she said she used to dress like Laura Ingalls from Little House on the Prairie.
Wow. That's a little conservative.
Wow. I don't know. Maybe could get picked up Amish. I don't know. Sorry.
I like the TV. I like those TV shows like Leave It to Beaver, My Three Sons.
Donna Reed.
Donna Reed.
Donna Reed was okay. The Mickey Mouse Club, when it was still in black and white. I mean, those are the kind of things I've watched.
She's like, I know that song.
MICKEYMOUSE, Mickey Mouse.
That's right.
Wow.
Come on, go, Donald Duck. You got to do the special voice with it. I can't do it. Come on, Cab 7.
I don't know.
This, my moist friend.
I don't know how to do that.
How do you talk to Donald Duck? I can't even try. Yeah, I can't. It sounds like I'm gonna hop a movie or something.
Okay, I'm gonna give Cab 7 a broad range here. Broad range. Do you actually remember anything from the 80s?
Yeah, I remember graduation day. I graduated in '83. I do remember that.
No, I mean culture-wise, like culture-wise.
Okay, so we was talking about the Mickey Mouse Club.
Music, or movies, anything.
Okay, this might freak you out, okay? When I was in the service, I do remember a couple groups, and I actually kind of liked them from California.
Okay.
Oingo Boingo.
Yeah!
Yes.
The Smiths.
The Smiths party.
The Dead Kennedys.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were a little bit of a freak.
Yeah.
Nice.
So like pop alt.
You would totally get into the punk scene.
Let's see, the
She
Smiths.
listened to The Cure. The Cure.
Sure, yep.
All right. See?
Yeah.
And let's see.
I was going to say, when Cab 7 was watching the Mickey Mouse Club, Annette Funicello was still on there.
Ooh.
So, I mean,
oh yeah, the beach party movies that she would put on. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love the beach movies.
Did you notice that, with her surfboard, she put it on that rack? I'm just saying.
Yeah, the A&E just curved around.
She was pretty built. I'm just saying.
She was stacked.
Oh, she was awesome.
She's a brick house.
House.
I remember The Flying Nun.
Sally Fields.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. And my favorite movie from the 70s could very well be, you know what it is? Burt Reynolds,
I was
Sally
going to say
Fields,
Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit. Yes.
Heck yeah.
Oh my gosh, great movie.
Yep.
Didn't he just recently pass away, Burt Reynolds?
He did. It's such a bummer.
Sad day.
You know, when I hear that, when I hear people of that era dying, it makes me realize how old I really am. And, it's kind of like, wow, that's from my era.
I think she's the only one still alive.
Off.
She kind of is. Well, no, like that era,
Jerry
you
Reed
have.
died. Yeah, Jerry Reed died.
Gone.
Burt
Long time
Reynolds
ago.
dead. And Dom DeLuise passed away. Buford T. Justice.
Jackie Gleason.
Yeah.
All the stars that were major stars back when we were kids are now gone.
They are. I was so sad to hear about Peter Tork from the Monkees.
Yeah.
It really, it broke me up. I'm such a Monkees fan, and Davy Jones, Peter Tork.
All right, let's do
It's just
some.
a bummer.
Take the last train to Clarksville, and I'll meet you at the station. Yeah. All right, Ben. Let's see if you get this one, Ben. Let's see.
Yeah.
I am the sun and the air of a shyness that is criminally vulgar. I am the sun and air of nothing in particular.
Wasn't that sang by Jack Klugman?
No.
Jack Klugman.
It's my favorite. I'm sorry. It's my favorite song by the Smiths, man.
Oh, the Smiths. Yeah.
Klugman.
Just like everybody else does.
Yeah, the cheese stands alone.
Yeah.
You know what Jack Klugman and oh god, well, he did that show as a coroner.
Quincy.
Yeah.
Quincy. Quincy.
Quincy, that's right.
So what did you get yourself into tonight, Mother Nature?
Yeah.
Came and hang out with a bunch of freaking awesome 70s and 80s peoples. Like totally moist, man. Like, right?
Yeah.
Now, see, I was born in the mid 70s, so growing up, I was more 80s.
So
and
is
90s.
she.
Yeah, I'm a 75 girl.
See, I'm more the era of Green Bay and Cab, where she's more your era.
Yeah, we're
definitely
simpatico.
Biggie, Tupac, NWA, Two Live Crew, like that was blowing up in the early 90s.
Michael Gwynn says I used to dress like a punk rocker, man. Hey, screen bump for Johnny Rotten, man. Come on, Johnny Rotten. Sorry.
How about Para bailar la bamba? What was that in the 80s?
Richie
Valens, La Bamba.
Well, the movie was in the 80s, but the song was from the 60s.
I'll tell you, I had such a crush on Lou Diamond Phillips in that movie. I thought Lou Diamond Phillips was just like the cutest.
Have you seen Longmire on Netflix? He's in it.
Is he really?
Yeah, and it's awesome because he's it's sort of about a small town law enforcement and the law enforcement on the reservation, and they're the plots. I'm addicted to that show. I watched every season.
Oh, cool.
I haven't seen him since he did that horror movie Bats.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, terrible movie. But
wasn't that where the van runs over the person that tries to hide under the van or something?
I think so.
You nailed it. Yep.
Hey, there's bats. I think I'll run. I think I'll hide under the rear tire of the started van.
Oh no, this was a bad idea.
Oh my goodness. Mother Nature does not remember bats.
No, I don't know what bats are. I know what bats are, like totally, but
Man, I am freaking loving your background. You're making my record background look sick, man.
I know, it's super cool.
I want to say hello to my California friend out there, right side of Floyd. How you doing?
Yeah.
oh, I thought you were gonna say hi to me. I was like, hi, Cab 7, how are you today?
Mother Nature she looks like she just walked out of the movie Heathers. She needs
What?
the bow,
I need a bow. Is that what you said?
Yeah. You need the bow from.
You need the big red bow.
Yeah.
Is it red for real?
Yeah.
Man,
Look,
tonight
I make bows and stuff.
you really look blonde. You really are blonde tonight. Like your blonde is really like out in force.
My blonde is showing.
Yes, like out in force tonight.
Wait, I don't think that's even gonna match. Let me see.
She's got a bow.
Oh,
Oh,
very Valley girl. Very
Yeah,
Valley.
I make hair bows. I made this one. It
Oh,
doesn't
my
like
God,
it.
I remember you saying that. You craft. That's
Yeah,
right.
this is actually a very special one. I'll show you guys really quick. This one is like a stash pocket bow. It is a cannabis product because I've never seen anybody make anything like this. Let me focus. Poor little kitty.
Wow, very nice. I like it.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm just trying to focus it, but there's that. All right, and then the thing that's so special about it is you can actually hide something in there. This
Oh,
is a
nice.
chapstick. You know what I mean?
like it.
And I sew the pocket on the bottom.
Now all you need is Christian Slater, and you'll be set.
See? And you can put that in there. But when it's in your hair, you'd never guess there was anything there.
Yeah, that's right.
Very cool.
Yep, I make one for IDs as well.
Yeah, I could have used that a long time ago.
You made the lilies. You made those lilies behind you too, right?
Yes, I put all of that stuff together. I have real plants everywhere and fake plants, so they don't ever die too.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in roses. Like when you give somebody a rose from the heart, if it blooms all the way, it was truly given from the heart. You know, that kind of stuff. Rose lasts forever. I don't know. I'm a weirdo.
Aww.
Blondie.
That was like heart touching. You're like pulling on heartstrings. That was so sweet.
Oh, with the big heart.
Hey, look, she can do it. I can't do it. I try.
You take your hands, take your thumb.
I know. It's no.
I had to learn how to do it too, man. Trust me, I ain't no heart giver.
I've tried. My hands just don't.
Oh my god! Right?
You know,
No.
I know. I've tried. Nah, I'm not even gonna go.
No, I always have a glass of bourbon in my hand, so just like,
Well,
it doesn't quite work.
See, your channel does bourbon reviews. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Too funny.
Yeah, this was Lulu's topic tonight, by the way. I got to give her credit.
Is she still here? Oh, she already left, huh? I knew she.
Well, you got to remember, for her, it's 2 hours ahead in Canada. So right now.
It's late.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In Canada.
And believe me and Cab 7 have kept her up many a night.
I know. I've been here with you guys.
Oh, and trust me, I try everything. I try to talk about her favorite subjects like crafting. I said, well, let's talk about crafting. And then she'll kind of perk up and we'll talk about that. It's a good way to keep her up for a little bit longer.
Remember one night about, 10 days back, we're in this hangout, 2 in the morning or something. Lulu's getting tired. And Ben's like, just out of the blue, hey, do you remember this song? And he plays the song. Oh, yeah. And he freaking did about 30 of them. And me and Lulu are starting to guess them. And she's like, you kept me up another 2 hours.
And see, that would be fun if you two would allow us to do that without getting a copyright strike. To be able to play snippets of songs and you guess who sang it and what the name of the song was. We had a blast that night.
You know, it would be great, especially if you could put the links to them in your thing, get them some exposure, want to hear the whole song, go over and check them out.
Yeah.
I actually thought of doing like a live stream sometime where we all wear headphones and I play my favorite songs, but we all listen to my playlist one at a time, so we're all enjoying the same song, but there's never playing on live, It's just an idea. I'm a trendsetter, Good to see you, First Official, by the way. It's been a while. I mean, in a good way. Good to see you, by the way. Hardens James is in here. Sorry, we've ignored the chat. I'm sorry.
I know. I feel so bad.
I told him.
James.
I kept telling him, I'm sorry, guys. Tonight's sort of like we're reminiscing about,
Dreamwalk and Angel said I fell asleep on Cab 7 in June's New Year's hangout or New Year's Eve hangout. I woke up next day going, did I drool and snore?
Oh my goodness. Gina Bizarro's Ghost says that sounds like fun. I don't know if I could convince a chat to listen to my playlist all. Okay, guys, listen to track number 1. Here we go, I don't know, maybe. Has anyone ever done that?
Give it a shot. See what happens.
Ever done?
Well, it's, haven't you ever always wanted to share your ultimate favorite music with people? Like, this is just...
Yes.
And you just, I did it on Twitch a couple times, or I did a live, and I just freaking played all the copyrighted shit. And I got away with it, but... songs, I love obscure stuff,
Like, there's always that one song that just, means everything to you, and you want other people to feel that, too.
Yes,
like Romeo Void, Well, no, I know the lyrics are bad to my favorite song of theirs, but I got a friend who's a drummer, and that's one of his favorite songs, too, because I love, it just thrashes, man. It's like, I might like you better if we slept together, as the words.
Yeah, that's why I love the Faces. It's just such cool, dirty rock and roll.
Yeah.
And I want everybody to hear it and be like, yes, this is what we need more of.
And I freaking love, if you've seen the video, man, have you seen the video for that? Romeo Void, that one? They freaking plug in the amplifier, and you're just, the tension's building, and that guitar lick that comes in, just that subtle.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
I know.
Wow.
We need more of that.
Like the college radio station that kept playing Pepper over and over and over again.
Wow. I mean, I'd like some people to hear some of my favorite rap songs and some of my favorite metal songs. I could stay up for like 9 hours just with a playlist. Okay, guys, go to track 76, you know?
Exactly. I miss my college radio show where I could just like play everything that I loved and force people to listen to it and tell them about it and spend 5 hours reminiscing about how much I loved it.
Okay, Mother Nature, I got a question for you.
I might have an answer. What's up?
All right, since you're, you know, claimed to be the youngest one up here.
I claim to be, yes, okay.
Anything,
what's up, Wacky?
Anything about the 70s or 80s,
table.
totally random, anything about songs, movies, anything that you love. Is there anything you can remember, you know?
From the 70s?
Or 80s. Or 80s.
Or 80s.
This is a 70s or 80s show.
The Plant movie.
The Plant movie.
Little Shop of Horror.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yes, that one.
Rick
And,
Rick Moranis.
Suddenly Seymour.
Yes.
Yes, that. Yep, that
Okay.
dude.
Anything else? 70s, 80s, movies?
Ghostbusters?
Yeah, okay. See?
Give me a moment. You're actually making a blonde think. That's just kind of freaking.
Oh no.
You know.
Oh no.
This is a little dangerous. So you just give me a moment. No.
Ghostbusters is like a cult classic. I mean, Rick Moranis, Steve Martin, like it was awesome.
Let's carry the brain freeze for Mother Nature. Let's carry it for her.
I know. I'm actually trying to really think here, like for real. I know those movies, and I'm not a big movie person. I've always been into music.
Any music?
You know
any music from the 70s or 80s that you like, or
all kinds of oldies, all kinds. I'm an oldies person, like hardcore. I always like to dedicate Sunday to oldies, and I don't know if you guys ever heard of him, but his name is Art LeBeau, and he taught me about that.
Art LeBeau? No.
Art LeBeau, yes, he would come on every Sunday, and like I don't know if you ever heard of Delilah.
Yeah, Delilah.
Yeah.
She's the love lady.
Yes, I love her voice, by the way. Anyways, it would be a show kind of like Delilah's, you know, but it would be every Sunday, and it would be nothing but oldies, you know what I mean? So they're in there playing oldies from start to finish, and it's a good hour to 2 hours, depending on like what day it is, if it's a holiday weekend, yada yada. Anyways, oldies music, 100%. Like I definitely.
Being born in '85, you missed out on the best part of the 70s and 80s, because it was every Friday night down at your local theater at midnight.
Midnight movies.
Rocky Horror
Picture Show.
The Wall.
And they would leave the lights on. People would dress in drag and go down in the front row and act out the scenes that was on the screen. It was
a toast.
Song remains the same.
Heavy metal. They did heavy metal.
Heavy metal.
And once in a while, they'd throw in the Beatles. Help. Once in a while. And remember, song remains the same.
Clockwork Orange.
Yes. Oh, great movie.
Oh, that's Roddy McDowell, isn't it, or something? I think if I remember.
Look, he looks like a little baby.
The Muppets.
The Muppets.
Oh my goodness, the Muppets. You know,
the Muppet movie may be my favorite movie ever. I mean, just Kermit the Frog on that log singing Rainbow Connection.
Okay, hold on. This is for Juliet. Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? Right? Okay, there you go. All right.
Just puts me right here. I love it.
Green Bay Wacky. Could you sing that in Kermit's voice?
Oh my goodness. Why are there so many songs? I can't do. But I know I love it when he says, but I think he's gone with the Schwinn. Sorry, that was the best.
Have you tried Hare Krishna?
Oh, by the way, I got to make an announcement to the chat. The producer guy's back.
Yeah.
With glasses.
He brought glasses because he's pimping the schnizzle. Here, I'm going to wear my glasses now.
Yeah,
and yes, James, I look different because I am from the 70s and 80s tonight. So, pimp that shit.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you look like you'd be good in that like video, like like
You look very Valley Girl.
Valley Girl, or like Video Killed the Radio Star. You'd go in with that, you know, maybe.
Can you get a copyright strike for playing just the instrumentals of a song on a live stream?
It only depends on if it's copyrighted music or not. If it's non-copyright music, you will not get any kind of claim, and you don't get copyright strikes for playing music. You get copyright claims.
Yeah.
So you actually get a copyright claim if you play anything that's copyrighted, and what that enables is people that made that music, they actually get paid for it if there's any monetization on the channel. Other than that, that's it.
Them glasses make you look very Bananarama.
Wow.
Like totally, right?
Oh yeah, like, Bananarama.
Cruel Summer.
Yeah, baby, she's got it. I'm your Venus. I'm your fire.
I'm your fire, your desire.
Yeah. See?
I know that one.
And the chat threw out 2 powerhouse 70s, 80s things. Lou Rock threw out Back to the Future. We didn't even touch that. First Official threw out Grease. Wow.
One of my favorite movies.
Awesome.
Right.
How does it go?
Suddenly Susan, that was the
How do you
Madonna
do the little
movie.
hand jive?
The hand jive. That's right.
Yeah. What song was that for?
The hand jive.
Hand jive.
Yeah. That was the name of the song too.
Born to hand jive, baby.
Oh, I saw people doing it for other songs, I guess. Wow.
There's another version of that, but that's Ron Jeremy. We won't get into that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's for that joke. That's for that.
Well, if we're talking 70s, we haven't really talked adult movies.
Oh no. Oh no. Not behind. Don't go there. Behind the green door.
Look at him getting all panicky.
That's the only one I remember, right? Behind the green door. Is that the one?
Behind the green door?
Debbie Does Dallas.
Debbie Does Dallas?
Debbie Does Dallas.
Okay.
There was a good movie from the 1980s,
Oh, no.
Porn, and it was called The Hotshot Twins.
Oh no.
I knew he would wake up Cab 7.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There's Cab.
Oh, look at Yes, we love Madonna. Desperately Seeking Susan, Hardens James. Yes. I love that movie. I just love that movie. And is that
and then she had her affair with, what was it, Richard Gere after they did Dick Tracy?
Madonna did?
Madonna.
Yeah.
With Richard Gere?
I thought it was with no.
Sean Penn?
No. The guy who was in Hair or Shampoo.
Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty. That's it.
Warren Beatty. That's who I was thinking of. Yeah, he played Dick Tracy in the Dick Tracy movie. And she was in the movie. They had their little fling.
Yep.
Don't say Beetlejuice 3 times, Lalo. 333.
That's a great movie.
I know. I just
Michael Keaton in that is just hysterical.
I liked him on Mr. Mom, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, Batman with the penguin. How about that one? Was that in the 90s or the 80s?
Yeah, that was actually, good question. I think that was
late 80s. It's
late
like 89,
80s.
I
Yeah.
think.
The Batman with Michael Keaton.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
With the penguin. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Beetlejuice was off the charts in comedy, man. He owned it, man. He freaking doing his used cars, whatever, all he's selling.
That was the Tim Burton version of Batman.
Yes.
Tim Burton did those Batman ones.
Wow. Gomez Adams, I'm invisible tonight. Hey, Gomez, everyone in the chat's invisible tonight. We said that lots of times. We're just sort of reminiscing about 70s and 80s, and we're not talking to the chat as much, but I'm reading all these comments, guys. We love you for coming through the stream, Gomez. You know that. Just so you know. Crickets.
Yes, you guys are all freaking awesome. Thank you for having me, Green Bay. I appreciate it. This was actually kind of fun dressing up. So it took an extra minute because I was like, wait a minute, I got a jean jacket and I could totally make this work.
It's an honor for me to have all you great people up here to come and hang out. It's an honor. It's an honor. Always.
You're pimping the schnizzle, homie.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
We were talking about the roller rinks, the whole thing that started that roller rink out, and nobody's mentioned the movie. Xanadu. Remember that?
Xanadu. Xanadu.
That started like the roller rink craze. Like,
Oh, we are
man.
All I can think of
Crazy.
is coming to my plateau. Coming to my plateau. You know what I'm talking about? That song?
Hell no. I don't know.
Come on. Really?
I know Xanadu, but Plateau, I didn't know. Do you? Guys?
It was totally a skating song all the time. It was always on.
Oh.
Oh my gosh! Now the crickets are here.
Wow.
Man.
No, poor Mother Nature hears the crickets now.
Yes, it's okay. At least I'm freaking trying. Okay, like
Mother Nature.
Totally trying.
No, I'm gonna do this for the audience. They'll hear it. You won't. This is for Mother Nature. Here we go. We're gonna hear some applause.
Yay!
Yeah, I got my new piece of shit soundboard. I'm getting a new one, man. This one was just, you know.
You hear about Technetic Beats giveaway?
No. I know I'm doing a giveaway next Thursday. I'm gonna go broke, but what's Technetic doing?
He is trying to figure out all the details or whatnot, but he's gonna be giving away like a $200 DAW recording system and stuff like that.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow, we love Technetic.
Wow.
Yes, for sure.
Huh.
He just said it in his last stream too. So he did like a stream where he did it for like 12 hours almost, I think. So he could have like an updated playlist for people. But he said it on his stream. And so he showed it on the screen, $199 for this DAW. And yeah.
Which DAW is it, you know?
I'm not entirely sure, but I know it's a really good one. And it's an actual like external device as well. You know?
Oh, nice.
And he's gonna also give you the program with it. You know what I mean? Get you the program to go all together. Yeah.
Very cool.
I only asked because you said something about your soundboard, so.
Yeah, this was just a cheap one I got with some applause and laughter and stuff. I didn't realize I can't use it with my Yeti.
You can make your own.
And no, it's all good, man. It's got plenty of effects here, but I call it my starter sound board.
That's the same one that I'm using, but yeah, I'm using the ceramic condenser mic in it.
Yep.
I can actually use it.
Yes.
I use it's called Virtual DJ on my computer, and I end up when I'm streaming with OBS, I just feed my audio through desktop audio, and if I want like an echo, excuse me, or anything like that, that's how I end up using echo. Is I just use that program. It works.
Yeah, I figure, you know, I paid $26 for this, and I've spent that on packs of cigarettes, so
yes,
it's fine. You know, here, that was a joke. Here we go. I'll put some laughter. Yeah, you know, it's no big deal. I mean, it's fine. You got to start somewhere, you know. Next one will be the better one. Yeah, next one will be the better one.
Well, you can always put you can put a mic into that too if you want to use the
I think it's broken. I've got a condenser. Look at right here.
You're on it.
Right next to me. This dynamic condenser, whatever, you know. Anyway, this works fine on my amplifier. It does not work with the sound board. I think it's defective. So I just got it today. So I thought maybe I'll have two mics, you know, and I'm like,
you want it,
too
it may
much
actually
too tough.
work and you can't hear it because there's an audio out on the back of that you plug in a small set of speakers with a volume control, and you'll be able to hear what you're saying through the microphone.
Yeah, you have to do an effects loop.
You have to hear it.
Yeah, it's called an effects loop. It's an aux in, aux out. I can show you how to do that.
Yeah, I've got it on this one. I actually got like a talkback setup where I can hear all the effect. I can hear the echo.
oh, you're not doing it through the computer. You're hearing it through a second set of speakers.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
I could do that. Yeah, I've got so many speakers lying around here. I've got so many desktop boom, you know. Yeah, I never thought of that.
Boom, 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 booms.
Well, I can even get echo on this guy if I turn on my line 6 over here, my amp, you know, but I didn't think the audience would hear it that well.
Now, if you turn down the speakers low, the microphone shouldn't pick it up too bad.
Wow.
It's a boulder buddy.
I can hear all my effects. I can hear my echo. I can adjust my echo. I can adjust my mic gain and everything. But you're not hearing the echo through my microphone from the speaker.
Oh, see, I think my line 6 here would probably get it done. Hello, testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
The problem is that then the speakers go through the microphone that goes through YouTube. It's not a direct connection.
Right.
It's a little weird.
I know. I wanted to play through the OBS, so it's all
There you
right.
go.
It's all good. It's a toy, first toy.
I have to get on a call.
Oh my goodness, he's got Roost up there. We don't know where Roost has been through.
You don't want to know.
You don't want to know
You don't want to know.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No, he's not blinking. He can't blink. It's
Oh
okay.
my goodness. I don't want to know what his eyes have seen.
Yeah.
He looks traumatized.
Oh my goodness.
He's fine. He's fine.
I'm
He's fine.
just funning with you.
Shut up, Bruce.
Shush.
I'm just funning with you. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, I'm just funning with you. Oh my goodness gracious.
And by the way, her niece
Oh my gosh, she's all over her Boulder Buddies.
loves the Boulder Buddies.
Oh, thanks. Man, everyone that's been getting them is oh, I gotta see. I've got a bunch. Well, anyway, when this is over, I got a bunch that have to go out for some people that I just totally forgot. Some that I'm helping out, just getting them to that. I've got about 5 people I just remembered. So anyway, I'm glad you brought that up. Actually, I'm like, oh no, not the. I mean, people I'm helping out that I'm just sending them to. So.
Hola, Nero Trigger, and everybody else in Chatland. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you guys
Hey,
for being
Nero. Nero's on.
Yeah.
Hey.
Good to see you, Nero.
Nero Trigger in the house. Thanks for coming through the stream, Nero. My brother.
here. Are you pimping the schnizzle? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I always play that song for you.
Dreamwalking Angel says after school specials and Schoolhouse Rock.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Oh.
Conjunction, junction. What's your function? Picking up verbs or nouns and making them function.
I'm just a bill.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, it was all different back in the 70s because Saturday morning, 6 o'clock, you had to be up as a kid. 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Because that's when the good cartoons started.
Yes.
That was weird. Yeah.
You had your pack of cookies and you would just sit and you would watch cartoons.
And
it was a thing.
Count Chocula and Frankenberry.
Yes.
Back when the
Oh.
animal crackers were still in a cage.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness, you're right. That's right. They changed that.
Yeah,
Yeah, they uncaged them.
they are free.
Oh.
Yeah, they are free now, right? Is that the deal?
Yes, they're supposed to be free, but I think most of them are going extinct. That's why. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just a blonde though, so yeah. No.
Yeah. Stop freeing the animals, damn it.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's amazing. They took the cages.
Yeah, they freed the freaking animal crackers.
They freed animal crackers.
Yeah, but look at everything they've done since 2000. I mean, they took the Dukes of Hazzard completely off the air, banned them from television, definitely.
Is that
Ruined
is that
everything.
is that because of the Confederate flag and the general
Yeah.
release?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
But you could catch reruns of Archie Bunker Show. I mean,
Right.
like
Exactly.
How about Nash?
Now you're telling me, I want to
Same
make sure I heard this straight. The Dukes of Hazzard cannot play anymore.
No. Done. Done.
The whole really?
Because the
Because
flag
of the car.
flag on the
Because
car.
of the car.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's just I don't
I
know.
know. Well,
But they'll still play, just like Ghost Mafia said.
That's
They'll play Archie Bunker.
people want to rewrite Mark Twain.
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
Man, they got Blazing Saddles on freaking Netflix. Have you watched Blazing Saddles?
Of course.
Oh
Exactly.
my goodness.
Exactly. I know.
Yeah, but Netflix is behind a paywall. That's different.
No, but you can burn a book. You can't burn Netflix.
I know.
But is Dukes of Hazzard on some page, Hulu or something? Or
can't even buy
I don't know.
the episodes of Dukes of Hazzard. If you go someplace to buy like the actual series on DVD or anything like that, you have to go to someplace like Sam Goody or a record store that actually sells movies as well. You can't buy them at Walmart because Walmart, you can't even buy uncensored music.
Not at Walmart. No.
And how did that come about? Someone got mad and started a lawsuit, or what happened?
No lawsuit, just, it's the court of public opinion that decided that because the Confederate flag was a bad thing, that you can't have it on a car, which means that show now can't be seen.
I mean, do you know how many shows I see where some dude's driving around a jacked up Chevy that's got a Confederate flag on it? Music videos.
Just saying.
I mean, it's not like those people are, wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, if the show has, either under or overtones of, racism or other stuff, I totally get it. Get it off the air, or it doesn't make sense to air these days. But, just having a flag, and it's like,
but that's their culture that they grew up in the South there. I mean, I don't know.
Southern culture.
I know, but I get it.
Yeah.
I have so much to say that I will not say.
Wow.
I'm not going there.
We can retitle the stream. Mother Nature does like conspiracy theories. Did you know that? She does like shows like that.
Every time I caught Mother Nature, she's talking, it's all 420 talk, which I think is awesome. I'm not even a 420 guy. I don't smoke
mildly.
She does.
I do, but
I don't. But it's like, I just dig listening to the whole culture
absolutely
thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. And they're always glad you came.
Wow. That was the late 80s. That was the show that everybody was watching, was Cheers.
I love that show. I could not stand MASH. Oh my gosh. Like, I've seen a million reruns of MASH. I tell you what. MASH.
No.
So speaking of conspiracy in 80s movies, there's Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah.
And Bigfoot. So Mother Nature, what are your thoughts on Bigfoot?
Wow, we've gone to a whole different level here.
Yeah, if Bigfoot were to exist, he definitely wouldn't show his face to us ugly humans.
I would hope not.
Yeah, because he would just be tortured, studied, and exploited. You know what I mean? And what was the other question?
Well, Harry and the Hendersons is this movie, about.
I know. I'm not that young. No, I'm just kidding.
Just with all these crazy theories, you've got Bigfoot, you've got the Loch Ness Monster. I desperately want to believe that they are real because I love the idea of them.
Hog, yes, it's me. Hola. No, I'm sorry. He's from my chat and stuff, and he's like, mother? I'm sorry.
By the way, I know Cab dropped out there. Just so everyone knows, Cab 7.
Yeah.
I noticed I didn't hear him anymore. I'm sorry, Cab 7.
I know. We were kind of talking. I didn't acknowledge it, but I guess I got to acknowledge it. He dropped. I don't know where he went. We'll see. But sometimes, I kid you not, Cab 7 sometimes gets calls all during the night from people that need help. He goes to help them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I saw you dig out a Domino's guy the other night.
Yeah. I normally wouldn't put a video like that up, but I was kind of like, why not? It happened. I did it, and
I thought it was funny.
I mean, it wasn't real. I don't know. I'm not a vlogger, because I'm kind of boring.
You were really uncomfortable doing it. I could tell, because that is not your natural setting.
No, it's not.
I think it was because you were like exploiting yourself in a sense. Like you're showing everybody, hey, look, I'm doing a good deed. And I think that's what caught you up in a sense. Like not just the whole vlogging thing. It was what you were doing.
It was more just like, does someone really want to watch my life tonight on the, towing my friend out of the ditch here? I guess I'm not a big vlogger, like I'm boring, It's like I'm
You're
always,
not boring. You always have at least 20 to 30 people here.
They actually worked for Domino's at one time.
Years. I was a manager.
Same here. And you know, we all started out. You probably started out as a driver too, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I moved out of the house when I was 17.
We all have been in situations like that.
Yeah.
As a Domino's driver, we know how embarrassing it can be.
Oh,
So
I
it's
was
like,
I gave my friends so much grief. If you just saw that driveway, I was like, Peter, why the frick did you put your car over there? You had a full driveway parking, and he pulls down. I'm like, dude, are you freaking? Oh,
I
my
mean, we
goodness.
could do a full episode on your show and just
Domino's
things
stories.
that happen to us as drivers
Or managers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm just not a vlogger. I'm not. I don't know. I feel like I got to make something that's funny or something unique or I just me in my life. I don't know. You know. Some people dug it though. They're like, do more of these.
I liked it. Yeah, but personally, I thought it was. I mean, it showed another side of you that we don't see.
Well, you got to see the beast, the Chevy.
Yeah,
That's crazy. It's a Chevy too. My mom, we named our Chevy. It was a freaking 84 actually, sorry. And like you could climb in the engine and sit in the engine with it. You know what I mean, to work on it. And we called it Beast.
I freaking love that truck so much. I've had it for like 4 years. All I've done is a couple minor things. Then the snow comes down, I freaking throw it in four-wheel drive, go driving out in the neighborhood. I freaking love it, man. Everyone should have an old Chevy truck with rust on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
But, yeah, I was just, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Like, okay, guys, I'm going to Walmart. Now I'm going to the smoke shop. Going to the smoke shop. I'm going back to the smoke shop, back to Walmart. Hey, I'm going to Taco Bell. I don't know.
When you're doing the vlogs, remember, it's all about editing.
Yeah, I know. And it was so quick because I didn't even know if I was going to use the footage, so I wasn't taking time to, you know, I don't know. I'll think about it. I don't know.
You're so unsure. Why? You've been doing this for so long. Don't worry about it.
But,
you know, here's the thing: the people that love you and your personality and your channel will love everything you do.
I get it. Some things are just too real.
Oh,
you know.
Well, I feel I don't know. I don't. Yeah, maybe I don't know. You know, I'll tell you the funniest comment on the whole video though. Guy goes, "You can't believe this." Right when I fired this video up to watch, it ran a Ford commercial.
How funny!
That's great. Gotta love that. Always, right?
Yeah. I thought that was hilarious. He's like, "Yeah, I just watched a Ford commercial. It's a Chevy video, you know." But I don't know. Well, I'll think about it. I'm just not a vlogger, but maybe I could become a vlogger. I don't know. Do you guys do any vlogs? I mean, really, that you would say are vlogs? I mean, like Mother Nature?
No.
Well, everything that we do on her channel is curated, right? So it's all edited. So we don't do anything live like you guys do. I mean, we're in awe of what you guys do.
I can't do what you do. I need to have a
safety net.
A safety net.
Yeah.
I do.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I know what you mean, though, because, you know, sometimes, believe it or not, like when I make these crazy videos and stuff, sometimes I reshoot them like 9 or 10 or 12 times. Like, I'll sit and oh, crap, I blew, that's not what I wanted.
Yes.
Oh, crap, that's not what I want. Sometimes I'll even give myself little cue cards. Sometimes it's improvised, you know, or it's a little of both, you know.
That's why I love the podcast, because I have the ability to think it out and to consider what I want to say and then say it 12 times and then let it be edited.
Yeah, if needed. Yeah.
If needed.
But the thing with the YouTube channel, though, is that we never shoot the same thing twice.
No, we don't. We're like
just shoot a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And then use what we think is appropriate.
YouTube still freaks me out. It really does.
Yeah, I like doing things on the fly. I'll just let it go.
I know.
Yeah.
And if something gets messed up, the recovery can be funny, and it's worth views. You know.
I'm working on that. I'm still working on that. It's hard for me to accept.
Well, and that's why both of us watch and participate and
and what
all
you guys
of these,
do.
And what you guys do, because
we're taking notes.
We're learning.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure it out.
I mean, I've had videos where I'll be sitting there saying something, and all of a sudden, brain fart. I'm like, okay, old man moment. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay, what I was about to say was, and people laugh about it,
There's nothing wrong with the mistakes. We have no problem with the mistakes, but it's just trying to figure out what works as live,
Right.
what doesn't work as live,
Right.
what times work as live, what is the right appropriate kind of content for live, and what fits into what you want to do for live.
Yeah.
So
it's hard.
It's so
tricky.
hard.
So tricky.
So hard.
Because I just can't sit here and drink.
It would be boring.
As much as
Boring
I would
as shit.
love to sit here and drink,
Yeah. Nobody cares.
that's not going to be a thing.
Right.
Well, a lot of times, I mean, tonight's a little different. We were talking about the 70s, 80s all night, but normally I like to get a lot of content from the audience. Their comments kind of get me charged up to go in some different direction or something. That's why I thank everyone for being here tonight. We're not trying to ignore you. We are sort of talking more amongst ourselves. It happens sometimes, but
Yeah, much love to everybody in the chat land.
yes, Boomer's here. Boomer Rock, Nero Trigger,
Boomer Rock.
yes,
Nero.
Yay1 2515 been here. He just likes to talk to people. Dorito and the Lucha Cabri's here. Hardens James. Just thanks for coming, man. We're just
Very cool.
We're just hanging out, but.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of who sings that one song. Yeah, it's tricky.
It's tricky. It's
On
tricky.
DMC.
That's what I thought.
That is Run DMC.
Yep. Cool. That's all I could think of when you guys were talking about editing. Tricky.
I freaking love. I love Run DMC, the older stuff, man. I love that.
Oh,
See,
there's only one of the guys left, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That was that era. That was that Aerosmith and Run DMC Walk This Way that kind of kicked it off. And then you had
Big deal.
Ted Nugent and the Dawn in '91 with big 12-inch record. And then there was so many other ones. There was like Anthrax and
Right, Anthrax. That's right. And Public Enemy. Sorry.
Yeah.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You fuckers can't deny. When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and around thing in your face, you get sprung.
Oh my goodness! Wow. And yes, Arthur Moorhead. I know you were here too. Arthur Moorhead. I know. Lalo 333 is here. Technic Beats is here now. By the way,
Technic Beats. Nice.
That's when that whole rap era just blew up, man. It was crazy. You had like the Sir Mix-a-Lots, Tone Loc with Wild Thing and Funky Cole Medina.
Oh,
Coolio. Coolio.
No. DJ Jazzy Jeff and
Oh,
the Fresh Prince.
yeah.
Parents just don't understand.
You know that's so hacky.
It is.
So
It is. But
hacky.
look at what happened to Will Smith. Come on.
I know. You know what? Who would have
And the
thought?
Carlton.
Yeah. and the Carlton.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Who would have thought
Look what
that
happened to
guy?
Ice Cube.
Wow.
Ice Cube is everywhere now. I mean,
oh yeah.
and Ice-T back in the day, he had
Yeah.
colors, and
I
they
pity
used
the
that
fool.
movie, and he blew up, and now he's on like CSI or someplace.
See, Law and Order, I think.
Law and
isn't it?
Order, yeah.
Yeah.
LL Cool.
LL Cool J, another one. Yeah.
LL Cool J. Yeah, he was in a shark movie.
Shark's Tale.
Not
It's called Shark's Tale.
not Sharknado.
No, it wasn't.
Will Smith, right?
No, it was. Oh shoot, I can't think of it. He was in. It was some crazy shark movie. They were enhancing their brains, and the sharks got smart.
Blue something.
Deep blue, deep blue sea, deep blue sea.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about the cartoon Shark's Tale.
A Shark's Tale. That was
He's in there.
Yeah, that was Will Smith. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Wow. You know, I listened to some Will Smith tracks on YouTube. He's not as clean as you think in those original tracks. He started swearing and stuff.
Well,
you know?
yeah, he had a song on the album with on the album that had Parents Just Don't Understand. He had a song called "You Seen My Blinker, Bitch."
Wow.
How does it go, Ghost Mafia?
I got it on the computer here. I can play it, but just
Sing it, man. Sing it. Come
We
on.
need it. We need it.
You're from East Lansing. Come on. Do it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Actually, I was from Lansing, but I hung out in East Lansing a lot. Usually outside the Pinball Pete's arcade. with
Were
a
you
skateboard
skating?
and a hacky sack. So
I said, "Are you skating?" You're like, "With a skateboard and a hacky sack." Nice.
No,
You
skateboarding
guys are
fits.
awesome.
Skateboarding
And a
fits
fifth
in the
snake bite.
70s and 80s, you know? They even made some movies, some skateboard movies in the 80s, I remember. Some really bad ones.
There were some good ones in the 70s, actually.
Well, and you know, you're talking about skating. What I thought of immediately from the 70s was, does anyone remember Rollerball?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean the original Rollerball. Da-na-na, da-na-na.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome movie.
Yep. Wow.
Cause you're pimping the schnizzle. Hey.
Ah, there you go.
You guys are awesome. This is actually quite fun. Thank you.
This is a blast. And, you know, panel, we do have to take off. We've had such a great time
No,
tonight.
it's late.
Yeah.
It's late. I gotta actually see.
What time is it, by the
It's
way?
almost-
Hold on.
It's 12:20. It is 4:20 somewhere. Everybody, cheers.
12. Oh, you're a West Coast. I take it.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, I just saw 20
Oh,
after.
so
Cheers,
lucky.
everybody.
Yeah, we're 220 right now.
220.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at 320.
I'm at
Oh,
Wow.
220, and that's I think what I weigh, so it's perfect. You know?
yes.
I don't know. I got a
Stop
new scale and it went down, so I think the old scale told me I weighed more than I did. Now I feel better about myself.
it. Buy a new scale and yell at it.
I keep wondering if the new scale's accurate. I had my kid get on it the other day. You know what you weigh, right? He's like, yeah, you got on. Yeah, that's what I weigh. I'm like, okay.
That's funny.
But guys, I appreciate you coming on the show tonight. I mean,
Oh, it's been so much fun.
I mean,
Love being here.
Yeah.
Great
It's
It's
seeing
been a
you.
pleasure to
Always.
meet you.
and
You
guys,
too.
Hey, it's about time, Mother Nature. I mean, we've
Right.
all, you know,
Right,
both of
right.
us have been on your live stream so many times, and
Yeah.
finally get a chance to meet you. Great to meet you.
oh, she's
Same
awesome.
here. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
And Ghost Mafia, we don't know who you are,
I
but you know, it was
yeah.
really kind of a.
It's fine.
It's all
Like
good.
totally.
Help yourself to a cookie on the way out, though.
Yeah. Oh,
I know you're killing me with the cookies.
I don't know. I'm not gonna touch that one.
She's literally hitting me in the leg,
I
going.
know.
All right, look, I'm gonna.
I want a cookie.
I got the recipe off of Mother Nature, so
I
gotta-
was gonna say Mother
All right.
Nature's cookies.
I gotta send them.
That's cool.
I gotta send them off with some adult jokes. Let's see. They've both been drinking. They're leaving the panel. Cookies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Be good,
Have
Green
fun
Bay.
with that.
Always a
Alright.
pleasure.
See ya.
Thank you
Cheers,
so much.
y'all.
See ya, David,
Be
the
good.
producer, and Juliet Miranda, guys. Give them some
Have
love.
a good night, guys.
See ya. Wow, that was funny. Wow. Oh man.
Right back at you, Nero. Thank you.
Wow.
Bless you.
Right up the
Says
nostril.
Hairspray, Reebok pumps, and Blue Magic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hairspray.
Reebok pumps were like out of our price range, but I did have the British Knights. I had the British Knights
Wow.
and the Hypercolor T-shirt. Remember those? You could like.
If I had me on something, I would have wore that instead. But instead, I had to pimp the whole look. You know what I mean?
Oh, Hypercolor was cool because you could actually touch the shirt, and they were thermal. They would react to the heat from your hand and change color, and you'd leave a handprint on your shirt.
Oh wow. Bless you.
I freaking took some smoke right up the old nostril.
Zoom tight.
I took some smoke up the nostril. I was laughing there when Dave was there. I was like, right up the nostril. No, man. I'm not endorsing smoking, guys. I'm not. I just don't hide it. I roll my own, though. It's real cheap.
Ditto. I was trying to tell you that you never listened, so I'm glad you finally listened to
Oh,
somebody.
my goodness. It's so cheap. It's unreal.
Yeah,
I
it
get-
is.
I
It's
got
the whole
one for
life
you.
feature.
I get to kill myself on a budget. So.
I got one for you, Mother
Exactly.
Nature. I went
Go
out to the music store. It was like
Uh-huh.
Much Music or something like that. It was in the Lansing Mall,
I'll put
and
my
I
glasses back on
spent
for this.
$40 on this shirt. It was the Dr. Dre Chronic baseball jersey.
Oh shizznizzle.
Yes, I had the Dr. Dre Chronic baseball jersey.
Smoke weed every day.
Night shames in the chat. Night shame.
Night shame.
Night
Always
shame.
in the schnizzle.
Oh my goodness. Because they left and it has been a long live stream. I'm probably just gonna do this till 2:30, 6 more minutes. Is that all right?
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, we've
Like
been having
totally.
yeah, we've been having a blast, but I just I was going, my wife might want to see me at some point here.
Radical.
I told her, I'm like,
Right?
I think it was 11:30 we started the stream, and I told my wife, I said, yeah, I'm just going to do a stream for like an hour or something. We're going to talk about 70s and
That
80s.
never happens.
Well, the 70s and 80s, boy, we up until like 45 minutes ago, there was a lot to talk about from that era. We really did. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys been pimping tonight.
Oh, yes.
Bummer made his debut on WW90. Oh, Herman the Great. Yeah, Herman the Great said he's starting a radio station call sign or something. I talked to him briefly before this stream. I didn't quite get that.
A radio station call sign.
Yeah, he's going to call his channel or something, 95.1. Ask Boomer, he'll tell you. Herman I talked to him for about 7 minutes. I'm like, dude, I got like 7 minutes, man. I got to start the stream. Man, Mother Nature, that was so awesome that you dressed up for this.
For sure. Thank you.
Wow.
I had to, man. I thought it would be a lot of fun. Honestly, I needed to change my mood up, and so it helped me out, definitely. And I thought you guys would laugh.
Oh, my goodness. It was brilliant. Brilliant.
Like, totally, right? No.
And I again want to thank everyone that came tonight, that we weren't shouting you out like we always do, but we were just hanging out, trying to, so I don't want anyone in the chat to feel bad like we were ignoring you, because, we're pretty vocal on this channel to shout everyone out, Just so you know, we love you in the chat. We love you.
Yes, we do. And if nobody's told you guys lately, you're all freaking awesome and you're doing a great job. Keep pimping the schnizzle.
They're still talking about like all the 70s like stuff in there. The Dayglow shoelaces and what's this? Tube socks.
Basketball Jordans.
Boomer Rock says, I like these streams. Okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
we have to have another stoner stories stream.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, George. He was off the charts, man. Sid's dad.
I know, that was pretty awesome though.
I was on the edge of my seat while he was telling those stories, It's like, you're making my stories look sick, George. I'm sorry, man.
Thank you, Arthur. I appreciate that. You guys are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hey, Ghost.
And I appreciate it, Ghost or Green Bay Wacky. I'm sorry. I was gonna.
No, do it. Dude, cut my ass off, man. Do it.
I wasn't trying to. I'm sorry.
Do
I
it.
I appreciate it, man. You're freaking awesome.
It's the other way around. I appreciate you coming up here, Really appreciate the love and support and just adding so much to the show. We brought a real Valley girl up here. I mean.
Oh my God! Right? Like, totally.
Hit me with a bulldozer.
The first time I heard that, I thought somebody was messing with me. I'm like, what the hell are you guys? No.
Do you have an answer for Nero Trigger? He says, what is a snizzle?
It is the edited modified word for shit.
Oh.
Pimping that shit. Pimping the schnizzle.
Wow. Boomer says, I got some doozies. Shizzle. Technag Beat says shizzle.
Schnazzle. He says snazzle.
Schnozberry. There's no
Tastes
such
like
thing.
schnozberries.
There's no such thing as a schnozberry.
Willy Wonka was a movie from back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a 70s movie.
I've seen it over 200 times. I own it. I watch it a lot.
Couldn't even tell you how many times.
I could sprinkle it with goo. No.
You want to know something funny about that song, The Candyman and Willy Wonka? Originally, they were going to have Sammy Davis Jr. do it because he's the one. Do you remember Sammy at all?
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay, good. They were going to have him do it because that was his song at the time back then. He was famous for it. But the director and the people that were producing the movie didn't want a star in there like that. They wanted a regular guy. So Sammy didn't do it.
Nice.
A little tidbit.
My favorite part of that movie is when he's on the boat and the boat's going faster and faster.
Oh,
he's like,
man.
and the danger must be growing.
That's my favorite part of the movie too, dude.
Scared the crap out of some kids.
Scared the hell out of him, and all of a sudden he goes, and now to the whipping room.
And stop.
Wow.
Everything just stops. Like, oh man.
Man,
what the hell were you smoking?
I could go on for like 9 hours on the 70s, but Oh my goodness. All right, guys, I'm gonna say goodnight to people in the chat, but you guys don't have to leave yet. But I'm just. Is there anything that you want to say, Mother Nature, to this beautiful chat?
You guys are beautiful indeed, and like totally always freaking awesome. Like, not gonna lie, totally appreciate you guys. And yeah, might go live later, so just be on a lookout, okay? No.
And is there anything you want to tell
You guys are
about
great.
some of your shows, your times, your conspiracy theories, your stuff?
The main one that I've been doing, like for sure, every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that's called Partly Cloudy with a Chance of Bingus and Mother Nature.
Wow. Okay, cool.
Yes, so thank you for asking. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah. What about Ghost? Anything you want to say to this beautiful chat?
I'll be live sometime tomorrow.
Okay.
Sometime tomorrow. I got to kind of make up because I didn't stream today and I didn't stream yesterday, so I got to kind of make up some time tomorrow. I'm probably going to go live after Lunatic Dad does his stream and do a support stream tomorrow evening. So watch for it.
And how long before Mother Nature's going live tonight?
I'm just gonna see who's all on or whatnot, and yeah, probably go on next 15-20 minutes because I'm already ready. I'm gonna just go on like this, probably do some cards or something. I don't know. Totally pimp sizzle.
Insomniacs. Mother Nature will be live in about less than 30 minutes then.
Yep.
Mother Nature will be live less than 30 minutes. So go over and check her out. Go say hi. Give her some love. So I'm just going to do a final shout out to everyone that I can. Because again, sorry we didn't talk to you that much. Arthur Moorhead, Mother Nature. Let's thank the panel first. Let's make sure I get it right. Cab 7 was here but left. Lulu Love You was here but left. David the producer and Juliet Miranda were here but left. Ghost Mafia is still here, and Mother Nature is still here. Did I get everyone?
You're pimping, homie.
I think so. It was a small panel. All right. Cuddly Kathy Vlogs, thanks for hanging. Green Street Recycling Man, Short Fry, Arthur Moorhead, Nero Trigger, Tara Cope, Free the Sharpshooter with the hashtag, Dorito and the Luch Cabre, ELBC 562, yes, Mr. Funky, Jenny Marseth, Boomer Rock, B&O Outdoors, let's go up the list here, Technetic Beats, of course, our brother, Technetic Beats, Rob's Homemade snuck in, Cuddly Kathy Vlogs, Rob's Homemade, Gomez Adams. I'm just going up the list. Big Drone Flyer 77. Hey, thanks for hanging with us for a while. Atlantis Paranormal. I still got to get on that message. Twitter. I'll get up with you on that. And oh my goodness, I'm just going up the list here. Night Shame, Michael Gwynn. Okay, that's it, guys. We'll see you on the next stream. Love you guys. See ya.
Deuces later.